Welcome to Elite Encounters. I'd like to give a special welcome back to the Elite. Yes, that's you, our awesome subscribers and followers. You guys can catch us here every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch and YouTube. Streaming live, and today again in front of a studio audience. Hello, audience. Part of which is definitely half of our crew, because we'll get to that and why, because I would like you guys to take a look at our channel and check out the links there, as well as that awesome subscribe button. Click that and you too can become one of the Elite. We have a Patreon, and on Mondays we have the campaign of Bloodlords, and we also have Critical Knowledge, which is everything Pathfinder. Check that out on Fridays. And so we'll get to Overwatch's favorite part, previously on Soul Severed. The companions had come finally to the grove, to this demi-plane that held both world trees, Mulgreth and Larathel, the world trees that hold the balance of the world. After splitting the party for two separate trials, Mercy and Growth and Resolve and Ruthlessness, one group, Resolve and Ruthlessness, has already taken their trials. And after putting you guys on suspense for not 1 week, I apologize, but for 2, you guys also got to see a little bit of what was going on with Irnela. And now we're going to focus in on the trials and see if they pass or fail to get the Equilibrium Heartwood, the icon of ascendance that they are trying so hard to gather up. So we're going to focus in on Esteban, Avery, and Sunshine. You would all continue down the path toward Mercy and Growth, heading toward Larathel, and technically toward Irnela, sitting on top of two displacer beasts. And Sunshine had looked back to find that your companions had disappeared. And Sunshine, as you focused back on the path before you, you all find yourselves shifted and walking into a grove of trees that seems to have fallen. They've been just completely knocked down. There's destruction. They're wilting. They look sick. And all of your perception DCs immediately pick up. You see this small creature lying partially underneath one of the fallen trees. And that's where we'll begin.
I think it's pretty obvious where this is gonna start. Where, at least I am heading to the figure under the tree.
All right. So you head to the figure under the tree. You find she is breathing. She definitely has a rasp to her breath, and she's very colorful. Fine. She almost looks like a humanoid plant. I believe even your DC for nature. What is your DC for nature? What do you have with your nature plus 10?
26.
That is a leshe. A humanoid plant creature that she is a leaf leshe. So she looks kind of like a humanoid flower. But she looks in quite a bit of pain. You can see green sap running from multiple cuts in her side. Some of it almost looks blighted with some kind of fungus or issue. And she seems to be a child almost. What about the other two of you? Rush forward as well, or?
I remember going with her.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm observing the tree that fell on her, trying to see if there's any way to help her out of it.
Okay. All right.
Now, with my DC, would healing or medicine work normally on the Leshy, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They can be healed with regular healing. And as you begin to pray, calling upon your goddess to heal this Leshy, I would like all of you to roll initiative.
That's not a good sign.
Meh. It sounds like I have to do work now. I don't even remember which path we're on. Are we on the good one or the bad one? Because we talked about it for like an hour.
You're on mercy and growth.
Oh, yes. Okay, good. Milk will grow for everyone.
All right, what have we got over there?
Oh, that's a wonderful roll.
26.
Also 26.
Esteban, don't let us down.
22.
God bless it.
I rolled a 4.
All
That's
right.
pretty good. For a 4.
Sunshine and Avery, you guys are first. What do you do?
Oh, we're going together?
Who wants to go first?
I mean, we could try to lift the tree off of her together.
I was doing healing on her, trying to patch
Okay.
up some of her wounds.
Well, I can try to lift it while you heal, and hopefully it'll help some.
All right, let me place you guys on here. Sunshine right here beside the Leshy. Avery checking out the tree, trying to maybe lift some of the branches, and Esteban over here. All right. So, what did you heal her? How many actions are you using?
I was going to use medicine.
Oh, okay, go ahead. So, battle medicine it is.
Yeah. 27 is my DC,
All right.
and I always go
For the
crit.
expert.
Yes, always.
It's nothing, right?
Well, for expert, that's 20 DC, so it's not a crit. So it's just a 2d8 plus 10, and though I think you have something else, right?
Oh yeah.
You heal more or no?
No, I don't.
Okay.
It's only when I cast. 15 though,
All right.
and I'll help Avery after I've stabilized her. I'll help Avery try to lift the tree off of her.
All right. Who is aiding? You're aiding, and you're helming this then. So you need to make a athletics, Avery. Sunshine, make an athletics to try to aid her.
Hold on, that's the wrong die.
25.
23.
Okay, so that would be a total of 27 from Avery. You're able to lift up the parts of the branches there that are on her and at least get some of those out of the way. And so you guys have got it up as one action.
There's so many jokes here.
She's still not quite able to move, even with the healing that Sunshine had given her. So, Sunshine, you have one more action, and Avery, you have 2. One's gonna have to hold this up.
Grab her, pull her out from underneath it. I'll hold it as best as I can.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure I don't have the strength to hold this thing up.
I don't either.
Well, I'll be quick.
Okay, I have more strength than you. Never mind. I had to check.
Okay. So, as Sunshine's holding it, you take your second action to move over here and grab her and pull her out, at least from under the branches. She weighs next to nothing, so it's an easy pull. But as you do pull her, you can hear her as pulling her out does hurt, but you have her out from under the branches. Now we're moving on to Esteban. What would you like to do, Esteban?
To figure out what's going on. Are there any threats at the moment? Is it just her?
As you're looking around while the girls are pulling out this lachet, you look around and you see this come out from behind the tree.
You just had to ask, didn't you?
It starts walking that
Yeah,
direction.
so what the hell is that? That's my first action.
The what the hell?
Yeah.
I
Looking
thought.
around for any threats
Yeah.
and such.
Second action is what
What the hell is
is
that?
that?
Can I recall knowledge on the thing?
You can. Be
So-
nature.
So essentially, what the hell is that?
24.
24. That is a blight sapling. They get much bigger.
It's a blight sapling. It looks it's small for what it is, but it's going to suck. Do I get anything for with a 24 besides what it is?
You get that it can cause sickness, rot, disease in plants. In other humanoids, it can cause sickened. So,
Effectively do the same thing. Is it
but
like a touch thing?
it's a lot worse with plants. So this is probably why you're seeing disease and such within these plants around here. Usually with attacks or its bite, that kind of thing.
Get it. I think that pretty much covers my turn. Unless you want to give me...
Well, you
What
had you looked around and you did get your knowledge.
Yeah.
You have one more action if you'd like to share that knowledge or do something else.
Yes, I will share my knowledge with everyone.
Right. How did you tell them?
Look at the fuck that thing is. It's a blight. It's dangerous to plants and makes us sick
All right.
through combat.
That brings it to its action. It is going to scurry right over here.
It's come to say hi to you. Esteban.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Can we smoke it?
It'd probably fuck you up.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, after we kill this, let's see if it's medicinal or not.
All right. That's
You know,
one
I've
action.
heard there's frogs you can do stuff with.
Second action, a spore cloud billows out from it, covering the area that encompasses Avery and Esteban. I need you both to make a fortitude save.
Oh, great.
I don't like this. Ooh, almost a natural 20.
Almost not anywhere near that.
34.
34, that's a critical success. You are immune to those spores for the rest of this encounter.
21.
21, that is a fail. You are sickened.
Is it a critical fail?
No, that is
Okay.
not a critical fail.
Good.
You will be sickened for 3 rounds.
Let me, so would it be second 1, 3, kind of?
Sickened 1 for 3 rounds. You cannot get rid of it.
Right.
All right. And its last action, as you begin to cough, it lashes out at you. It's a 34 hit.
Yeah, it's a crit.
34 is a crit. All right.
Because I'm sickened 1. It would not be otherwise.
You're going to take 14 points of bludgeoning damage, and as it smacks into you, you see just this small little part of its leaf on the side that had a split. You see it seal up. And that's its turn. We are back up to the top of the round with Avery and
Bullshit.
Sunshine. What would you two like to do? Who would like to go first?
Well, one of us should probably protect this plant leaf
The
person,
Leshe?
the Leshe. One of us should probably guard this while the other attacks. Otherwise, she'll just...
We can do both. I cast Flame Strike.
Flame Strike. Go for it. Is it
Basic
a
reflex.
Basic reflex. Ooh. 18.
That is a fail.
I figured.
Unfortunately, it was not a
Critical.
not a critical fail, but we can try. Oh, I'm not seeing several. I can't steal those dice.
Nope. You cannot.
I need dice. Hang on.
I thought you had like 10 million dice.
I do, but I need
She
8d6.
Oh, okay, that's a lot of d6.
I mean, I do have my fucking ninja dice somewhere, but
Ooh, I like those, Avery. Or they like me, at least.
by the way, for those of you that are DMs in the audience, Fuck It Ninja Dice, or when you have nothing planned and you need some just mow through it creatures, you roll those, a few of those, and you add up your totals, and that's how many creatures just coming out of the woodworks. They could be ninjas, they could be anything.
28 fire damage.
Pirates, ninjas, both.
And it is a divine energy. So if there's fire resistance, it halves that.
Okay.
And if it's immune, it just bleh. Is it immune to fire?
It is not.
Okay, then that doesn't matter.
All right.
So this big column of just divine fire just engulfs it. It's a 10-foot radius, and it's a 40-foot cylinder of just flame.
Okay, so you two feel the heat from it, but I would assume you're not putting it close enough to hit them. So,
Oh no.
yeah, judging it a little bit, give it a little bit of the back, and hit the back end of it. So you guys feel the heat radiating off it. You hear this odd squeal sound come from it.
Does it sound like it's in pain, or steam is escaping as it's being boiled?
One of the two. Might be a pain sound. It might be steam escaping it. You never know.
Could be both.
Could be both.
My third action,
That just sounds
I'm
weird.
drawing my katana.
Okay. All right. So Avery, so you have pretty much you're standing right over the child. It's a little behind you. So, what would you like to do?
I'm going to look at this monstrous thing and just snap my fingers and cast ignition on it.
Oh,
And its defense is AC, so I gotta roll.
rolled hit. Spell attack.
$31.
31 is going to hit, definitely.
Okay. So I need 64. If I can find them anyways.
I just used them. Oh, 64.
Not D6.
Oh, come on.
The pointy ones.
Here.
Thank you.
I have
There you
another
go.
one.
Do you need another one?
Oh, my bad.
It's a team sport.
Yes.
And Esteban, you're on deck.
So 15 damage, fire damage.
All right.
That's a lot for D4s.
So when I snap my fingers, you just start to see small, slow flames creep up it, but mostly you just see it starting to smolder. And as like smoke comes up, it looks like it's almost melting.
Oof.
like a dark gray, smoky melt.
It definitely does. A dark gray, smoky melt. You see this gray ooze slipping out from where the ignition is catching hold, and that squealing sound continues. It is not very happy at the moment, and it's catching fire. Is that persistent or no? Does it have a persistent catch fire?
Only for critical success.
Okay. All right. And is that all your actions? Are you holding one? Are you doing anything else?
I'm gonna hold and wait.
Okay. All right. Esteban.
Right, I'm retching right now. Hold on. Bleh. All right. So, second one with 2 more to go. At the moment. So there's that. I'm going to cast raise skeletons, or sorry, rouse skeletons.
All right.
Underneath it. And for those at home, misshape. It's a reflex. 10-foot area. And
Reflex of 27. It rolled pretty high for that one.
yeah, it made it.
Okay. So,
Let's see. Just to see.
is it whole skeletons coming up at it, or?
Yeah, grasping claws deal d6 of slashing damage to creatures on the ground in the area when the skeletons first appear with a basic reflex save on subsequent rounds. The first time you sustain this spell each round, you can move the area up to 20 feet.
Okay.
So it's 2d6 reflex save to each creature in the new area, damaging just.
Go ahead and give me damage. He will take half.
Yep, I was just seeing if they saved all or it doesn't say.
Basic save says you take half.
Yeah, well, sometimes.
Unless he critically succeeds.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
But every spell I've read says it, but this one. Mm-hmm. Because fuck you, that's why. 9.
Okay, so half 9 is going to be 4. It takes another 4 damage. So slash into it. You see that oozing gray stuff come out of it. The skeletal hands popping into it here and there. Definitely like popping into a mushroom or a plant that has that grayish sap that just starts leaking out. But this looks even more dense and kind of like an ichor. It's pretty gross looking. And what else are you doing, Esteban?
And for my third action, I am going to cast Guidance on Avery.
Okay. All right, so guidance on Avery, and it is its turn. It is going to send a whipping vine type appendage out and hit the Leshy. And you see it kind of whips up and over you guys, and it smacks into her leg.
Saving an action.
Yeah, I don't have any good reactions for this though.
Okay, my brain just stopped for a second. Okay. Yeah. See, you're loading. All right. So that vine whips up and over, and you see it wrap around her leg as it lashes into it, and she is pulled right here against it. She is grappled, restrained over there, and that's it. And it is going to move, taking her back this way. All right. Would you like to use that last action for anything?
Does it take an action to pull out my dagger?
It does.
I mean, you could pull it out now and have it out for the next round.
Which is
Unless he's already gone.
Well, this is its turn. It's getting ready to start the new round with you. So you either use your action now or lose it.
I will pull out my dagger then.
Okay. So you have your dagger, and we are at the top of the round, either Sunshine or Avery, whoever moves faster.
I will go running after it with my knife and try to slash the vine that's curled around her ankle.
Okay. So you run over here, roll an attack.
You want athletics?
No, this is an attack.
With your dagger.
Oh, 16.
And also, I did guidance on you, so you get to +1 to your
So-
attack rolls.
31.
31 will hit. Roll damage.
Is it a crit?
It is not.
That's bullshit. Actually, does my hat gives 1 2?
It does.
It
32
does.
will not be a crit either.
That's more bullshit. Anytime the hat touches something, it should crit.
So just 3 damage.
3 damage. All right.
I think I've gotten paper cuts worse.
Yeah, that does not quite go through the vine, although you definitely damaged it. You have one more action. What would you like to do? You had to move over there and you attacked.
You said one more action.
Yes.
I'll try to slash it again.
Okay. Specifically the vine holding her.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is not very good. 18.
18 will miss. All right, Sunshine, that brings us to you.
I will take a movement up to the where Avery is
Okay.
slashing.
All right, right up to it.
I already have my katana out,
You
so
do.
I'm going straight for the vine as well. It's cocked up against the damn wall.
Cocked, we gotta fix it.
And it's a 1.
Oh no. Oh, that's never good.
No, it's
And
not.
Cyril's not here to take the blow. Holy cow. That's only with your
That's
crossbow.
okay.
huh?
Esteban's through.
Okay. You're rushing over there, and with all the gray matter coming out of this thing, you go to swing, and you lose your footing. Not used to wielding your katana, you kind of lose your footing, and as you slip, you fall right onto your butt. So you are prone, and with one more action. Would you like to use your action to stand up? Or would you like to try to slash it from there? Or something else?
Nope, I'm mad, so I'm just gonna go with my tried and true scorching blast.
Okay.
It says, there's a mass of fire appears in the air around my outstretched fist, and I can blast target within 30 feet with this
Okay.
by spinning a single action, which has the attack and concentrate. So I kind of just have a ball of fire right now.
All right. So, angry, your fist ignites, and you have it outstretched toward it on the ground. And Esteban, that brings us to you. What would you like to do?
I am sustaining my skeleton.
Okay. Moving him over under it.
Yep.
Okay. It has to make a reflex, correct?
Yep, basic reflex.
That is a 12. Like I said, it rolled really
it
well
sucked.
earlier.
That's a critical fail.
All right.
That is 12 points of damage. That is, it already doubled.
12 points. All
I rolled
right.
6 on the die.
All right, those go slashing into it, and they reach up just enough, actually, to get the rest of the vine. So she's not grappled anymore, but she is still right there with it.
So, I am going to cast a Ray of Enfeeblement on the plant.
Go for it.
It's a spell attack. I rolled a natural 1.
Oh no.
I'm gonna get you a giant dice jail.
Up with the natural ones. Oh man. All right. Your spell slot definitely is used, and you felt the spell go, but just you do what you would normally do, and you outstretch a hand toward it for it, or how does
it's
that normally
semantic
work?
and verbal. I'm like, something creepy about your mother.
And you flip it off, and you know you cast the spell, but just nothing seems to happen.
Look, this is the first time this has ever happened.
I'm sure.
Do you have any actions left after that?
No, I'll have to be embarrassed next round.
Okay.
Don't tell
All right,
Silvo.
that's a 3-action spell then?
No, it's 2. But
Oh, you sustained. That's right.
Yes.
All right.
I'm touching buttons. Fuck.
So its turn. Okay.
Stupid fucking spell. I remember it happening differently, but you know.
You see this thing kind of pull in the top part of it, just the leaves folding up as if it's closing the flower, or you know how leaves will roll up. It kind of does that, and then suddenly the whole thing bursts open, making this ugly green, gray, brown, kind of swampy looking flower. And as it does that, the smell of it hits the air. It smells like something's been dead and decaying. This whole thing blooms open bigger, and with this toxic bloom, everyone within 20 feet, which you all are, needs to make another fortitude save.
Does this count as a environment where someone couldn't breathe?
No, you're definitely able to breathe it now. It is a toxic environment now, but it is still breathable.
If somebody dropped ass, it is just really, really strong. Did you say fortitude?
It is a fortitude, yes.
25.
Okay,
31.
31.
33.
All right. So, Esteban, you have critically succeeded. You have succeeded, and you have succeeded. So, you two ladies will be sickened 1. You can get rid of it the normal way. The poor little Leshe, however, has not quite been. So, she starts retching and seems to rack her entire body, and you can hear her kind of moan in between. She's definitely throwing up something, you're just not sure what.
It looks like a kidney.
It is going to smack at her again. And that is definitely cocked. Okay. Alright, it's going to deal some more damage to her. It's very much so not dealing much damage to her. But still kind of retching. You see her eyes close and her body goes limp except for the occasional as she's still feeling sick and getting sickened. And you see some of the parts of this creature that you guys had cut into begin to heal as he hits her. Those wounds sealing up along its body where the skeletons grabbed a hold of it. All right, that's its turn. We're back to the top of the round with you ladies.
I roll to cover her and kind of pick her up
Okay.
to start moving away.
Okay, so you're gonna move over there, grab her, and get up. All right, so moving over there, she has no action to stop you. I'm gonna just try to shift some things here. We're gonna put Sunshine right here, right in front of Avery, kind of between its legs, and you have a hold of the small Shay. But you are right there, moving
How many
over there, grabbing
actions?
her. and standing up. That's all 3.
Okay.
All right, so Avery.
All right, I am going to cast Torturous Trauma on it now.
All right, go for it. It means to make a
Basic Fortitude.
basic fortitude. That is a natural 1. That's a critical fail.
Damn.
Okay, so
I don't even know what she said, and it's hurting me, and I've even heard it yet.
since it critically failed, this thing is fatigued until the start of the next turn.
Okay.
Oh, would this thing have internal organs?
Something like that. I mean, it's a plant. They're not really called organs, but it works for the purposes of the spell, yes.
They have organelles.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Because this would have been worthless, and I would have just wasted this spell.
No, it is like things that do plant things.
What did you cast?
Torturous
Trauma.
Oh, torturous trauma.
Something your mother,
Yes.
something dark side.
What does that look like to everybody as you cast that after you give me your damage?
And is it doubled?
Yes, it critically failed.
So 20 damage.
All right.
So I take this like greenish reddish ball and I kind of just fling it at him, like kind of like I'm throwing a ball. And as it hits, it kind of just takes damage to its center, and you can just start seeing that its insides are starting to
Kind of pop
Further
and
yeah,
rupture.
and almost like
Yeah.
it's decaying in a different way. Like it's actually
Absolutely, yeah. It starts becoming
Wounded.
internal bleeding, internal damage, and all that. The ball hits it and kind of absorbs in and spreads, and you see the main part of its body kind of going, shifting back and forth as different little parts in it start taking that damage. You see the big bruising forming on its side where you initially hit with that. All right, it's not looking too good. It's got this drool of that ichor coming out of its mouth. It's looking pretty hurt. And that will finish up your turn, or do you have one more action?
I have one more.
Right.
Where's the leche at? Am I still in front of her?
Sunshine has her in her arms.
Okay.
Leche de leche.
I'm gonna move back about 5 feet or so, just to
Give yourself
some cover. Yeah.
100 feet.
All right, just straight back like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Esteban.
This is the third round. So, yay. All right. How far away is it from me?
15 feet. 10 feet from one of its legs that it moves around on.
Right, because it's a large creature.
It is quite large.
So the first, I'm going to keep the skeletons doing their thing,
Okay.
and as it smashes them, they just come back, because that's what's cool about it.
That was only a 17 for it on that one, so
It's not quite a critical, but it's, only 4 points of damage total.
all right.
So you could do the math. Your math rocks.
It you see some of those legs kind of break off as the skeleton's hands are splashing through it and moving. It's squealing and trying to move away. It's gray. It's just going all over the ground. What's your next action? You're sustaining with 1.
Yes. Let's see. What did I do? Oh yeah, I did a phase bolt.
All right.
That's
Go for
right.
it.
So I remember looking at it, and it has no cover presently because it's freaking huge. And phase bolt. So it's a spell attack. Verbal. Go fuck yourself is what I said. And what is It should be a reflex. I'm just making sure. Oh no, I'm attacking the AC.
Yep. It's a spell attack.
Yeah, so I'm really tired. It's my brain.
That's all right.
That was a 17. 17 plus 16, so 33.
That will hit. Are you counting your hat?
No, 34.
That is crit.
Oh, awesome. 7d4 piercing damage.
All right. Go
My
for
goodness.
And that's before it's doubled. So I
You
need
said 74?
7d4, and then I double it.
it. Sharing dice over there, guys.
4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so please be sure to sanitize your dice after use.
Only because you touched them, Esteban.
No, my hands are perfectly. Don't move away from me.
I haven't done it in a while, but my dice sometimes get a bath just so I can see how much of the tub they fill.
I was gonna assume just to wash the bad luck off of them, but
No. She really just wants to count how many dice can fit in the fucking bathtub.
I mean, last time I did it was like 4 inches deep in the tub.
So 4, 8, 9.
that would be good photo opportunity. Like,
16, 17.
look at all this dice.
20 points of damage before the double, so 40.
40. All right, what does that face bolt look like as it slams into it?
So, I'm like, fuck you! And it goes, wah, 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 and it just hits it and goes, wah, 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 wah.
Just kind of seeing the air distort as it
Yeah,
goes
it
in.
just kind of, like, really
smacks
quickly.
into it.
Think of like a strobe,
Okay.
but plasma-y, and you can see it actually phasing in and out of existence, and everything just kind of distorts around it.
All
It's
right.
fucking bright.
It phases through one leaf and then smacks into the very center of it. And Esteban, end this.
Like other things that have been critically ended by the phase bolt, it does it, and it's rupturing, and actually it starts to spread and reach, like something reaches out and grabs a hold of it and just rips it inside out into nothingness, like it's
Alright.
pulling it through into another dimension.
Pulling all the matter and everything, you guys don't see this creature anymore, but you do have this young Lachey there in your arms. And she is definitely not doing very well.
Are we still in rounds?
You are not in rounds.
Shut off the rounds music.
Before we attract more danger.
Yes, because music is what does that.
Yeah, it's the danger sounds.
Did anybody else get hit?
Yes, I got fucked up.
Well, I've been hurt for a while, but
Okay, well,
That-
while I'm standing here, I'm
That's
going to
because-
cast the 3-action heal.
Well, that's because no one likes you.
I like her. Shut
you're
up.
starting to sound like several, and that worries me.
No,
Are you
I-
okay?
Yes, I did it just because I wanted you to feel like you were loved or some shit. I don't know how trauma works. When you kick a puppy, does that mean you keep kicking them because they think you love them? Is that how that works?
No.
Oh.
All right, so
See,
you're healing her again.
I'm doing a 3 round,
I-
so it's a 30-foot boost for everybody.
All right.
I'm not really a counselor. I'm more a lover, not a talker. Well, I talk too. Shit. I need to think about this. Hold on.
Yes, you do.
I talk a lot.
And I'm also going to use my
Yeah,
focus spell, Healer's Blessing.
Could I be a counselor?
Just try not to fuck your patients and
Ah, that's the rub.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I can't do it. I don't have professional integrity
Okay.
because I'm a bard.
well, at least you recognize that.
I mean, I know where I stand.
Everybody takes back 36.
Hey.
And my butthole is no longer puckered.
Wow. All right. So healing her up, you see this child. She, thank you, and she hugs you. And then the scene fades, and you are next to a pool of water. All of you. I'm just gonna move this.
Are we still sickened?
No, that went away.
Yay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, after just a round.
Right.
So in math, that's like 6 seconds ish. Or if you're getting your face pushed in, eternity.
Let me put this one down.
By the way, whenever the scene changed, does it feel different? Is it like the weather changed with it, or is it
It
just?
does. It goes from this nasty smell in the air and kind of you didn't hear any birds or anything to hearing crickets, maybe an occasional chirp of a bird, and
Is it
the
really
air
jarring?
becomes a little bit more moist. You have some humidity, but it's not too much. Everything feels nice and calm. Everything kind of feels okay. And you guys find yourselves standing at the edge of a pool. In about the same places you were away from each other, but a little bit mirrored almost. That would put, let me switch this. That would put Avery right by the pool. Not in the water, damn it. All right, there we go.
Look, Avery, now is not a
Swim.
time for to go dipping.
All right, so you guys find that you're near this beautiful pool of water. You see lily pads on the water. You see that the water doesn't ripple very much at all. You've got almost a looking glass sheen to it.
Is there any wind?
Not that you're feeling.
So it's super still, but birds and chirping and cricket sounds.
It's a very calm area.
Jinx is like, go fuck yourself.
Avery, you are right by the pool. I would like you to give me a will save, please.
Oh, this is good. I'm excited for this. 37.
All right,
What?
37.
Assholes from the distance.
She's like, look, I resist.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I don't see it. What is it?
You see yourself reflected in the pool, and you just feel pretty calm. Everything feels nice. There's nothing disturbing about it. You're okay. Esteban, you are also right by the reflecting pool. I would like you to make a will save as well.
I feel like this is a trap. Where the fuck is it? There it is.
It's always a trap.
Yeah, I mean, right. You know, we isn't just we isn't. I can't even fucking word. I mean, well, that's pretty good. You said will save, right? All right. 31.
All right.
I'm not that. I mean, I'm not as like Hello, I resist gods with mine. They're like, you are a pumpkin, and she's like, fuck you.
I am surrounded by nature.
You look at the water and you see your reflection. You're not wearing the Veil of Valor on your head, but the hat you had before. And you look younger,
Yeah.
at least to yourself. As you kind of look, coming to mind is the day you got your curse.
No. No. That's no. No. Mm-mm. No.
And you're pretty sure that's what you were wearing.
Yep. Nope. Yep. I remember the day. It was the day of the triple eclipse, and the red light event thing that happens like once, like a millennia. It was a bad day.
From out of the pool, you all see a reflection, but not quite, of Esteban step out. and stand on the water.
This is bullshit. Where's the button? Go push the button.
It's all the way over there.
Fuck that. No, I don't want to talk about this right now.
It does not matter what you want to talk about.
Shut the fuck up, younger me.
Yes, older me, you should have learned better by now.
I did?
I
What kind of?
need you to see what you did.
I know what I did.
Then tell me what you did. Talk to me.
No, it's a trap.
He attacks. All right, so that will be initiative. He is getting.
But is it a trap?
First?
This is kind of
This is
disturbing.
about-
That's a
Growth.
natural 20.
Weird and
Ouch.
entertaining.
All right, so suddenly he puts his hand up like this, and almost as if he casts the same phase bolt you did. You see that whom energy right in front of you, and it slams into your chest.
I take it to like a man.
So with the critical damage, that is 38 slashing damage,
Oh, come on.
you
I
feel.
just healed that.
and that is 10 psychic damage.
Oh yeah, I don't have resistance for any of that.
It's the
So,
fact that he did
is it
30
38?
Total of 48.
Okay, so it's not doubled from that. That's the.
That is the double.
That's the full fist, not no additional fist.
And your initiatives. That is another natural 20 for your reflection.
Look, I'm good at what I do, and I was better in my youth.
All right, what do we have around the table, guys?
I have a 19.
19.
Well, I rolled a natural 20, so 39.
Okay.
I rolled a natural 9. At 27.
27, okay. All right, so that will start us out with Avery. You see it put its hand up, and you see the whole chest of Esteban kind of, and then suddenly just slice open. All right, what do you do?
I'm gonna step in front of Esteban and talk to younger Esteban and be like, listen, younger Esteban, clearly I am a female, so you should automatically be distracted by that fact. So we can sit here and talk whatever you want to talk about. Sunshine, go attack him. Anyways,
Sunshine, I'm creating a diversion.
Diversion, go!
say something.
Okay, what would you like to do? Would you like to do an intimidate, a diplomacy, a bluff, which you're trying to kind of distract him? Or
That
you
would be
want to-
diplomacy if she's trying to. It depends. Like, are you going to use any assets, or are you just going to?
She said, "I'm a woman."
Well, I'm gonna have to do something because I have 0 in diplomacy, so
Maybe you roll an at 20.
There's a 5%
Because
chance.
you want him to be nice. You don't want to intimidate him.
I mean, I rolled a 15, so
Okay.
She's like,
15
wink, wink,
do
nudge, nudge.
anything?
15, he seems to focus on you, and you're going to try and get him. But he seems to definitely be focusing on you.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
I don't know either. So I'm just gonna keep talking to him with whatever comes to mind, and so the next thing I think about is, so what's your favorite thing about crafting hats? And I'm just gonna wait for him to tell me basically his whole life story of how he became a haberdasher. Or haberdash. Is that the same
your
right?
favorite thing
Yes.
about hats?
Haberdasher.
Really, Avery?
Every Sunday. What's
Honestly,
your
I don't want to
favorite
hurt
thing about-
Esteban, so this
That's actually pretty good. I mean,
The real Esteban is getting a little distracted. He's like, wait a minute.
I know a lot about hats. I tell the story.
All right. So you are trying to keep him occupied. Well, let me tell you. And he reaches out toward you. Do you let him touch you?
I do.
Okay. He slips his arm into your arm, and he says, "Let me tell you all about how I create the most magnificent hats. And don't worry about my wife. It does not matter. I will take you back to my shop, and we can really get to know each other, and I can tell you all about how I do this." And he will start walking out into the water, taking Avery with him.
Kind of just looking back at Sunshine and other Esteban.
You find
like,
yourself about mid-thigh high in the water, and he's standing on it. That brings us to Esteban. What would you like to do?
Stop! I'll talk if you bring her back. We don't have to continue violence. You know, if you are truly me, you know that it is not my way.
I'm not being violent. You'll have to talk to me and speak your sins, so to speak.
I will speak my sins.
You don't worry. He looks down at Avery and says, "You don't worry. We will create some new sins."
and I'm kind of just looking at them, like screaming help with my eyes, like.
Look, it's me.
I mean, if it is the younger you, he doesn't know that she's a party member, so he doesn't know the rule.
Well, you know, I made that roll up after the party was made, so it's fine. Before that, it was kind of everyone was free game.
All right, so you're telling him to stop. Would you like an intimidate or a diplomacy? What would you like to do?
Diplomacy.
Okay.
Uh, 29.
29. All right. 1 second, my dear. And he will pat your hand, and he will...
You better listen.
I am listening.
Do you know what my sins truly are?
Of course.
But you want me to say them in front of them? And the pool and everyone?
He smiles at you, and the smile gets a little too big.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I get it. My sins are, I am greedy, I am dishonest, I lied, and I broke her heart. All in the same day. And I didn't care.
The image of Esteban slides down into the pool, the water going quite still, even around you, Avery. Sunshine, it is your turn. Do you want to move forward or staying where you're at?
I'm going to move forward so Avery is within at least 30 feet, just in case.
Okay.
So, I guess you should.
I mean, you're right here is within 30 feet. If you want to
Okay.
be there or closer, it's up to you.
I would come up beside Esteban, I guess.
Okay.
That way we're all
Give me a will save.
closer.
Avery, you standing in the pool, I also would like a will save from you.
I have a 37.
Okay.
34.
All right. So it's one of those of you guys are standing there. The Esteban has disappeared, and you've come up right beside Esteban. And you said you wanted to heal him, or no? You were just coming up to stand beside him.
I was just coming up to stand beside him, so we were all here.
Okay.
I didn't realize he was
Oh yeah.
extremely injured, but I guess I should probably heal him.
I'm fine
It's up to you.
for now.
Yeah, you probably
you
should stop
okay?
hitting yourself.
Avery, get out of the pool.
I'll change the rules of the party and start hitting you.
Esteban.
It was a joke.
Avery, you see the pool around you take on the hues of a sunset. Colors, bright reds, gold, yellow, orange. And at first, again, the thought of sunset or sunrise comes to mind. But then it's more of a burn. You see around you where you see the reflections of fire. You don't see fire in the trees around you, but you see the fire all around you in the water. And you see, as you look down, yourself holding a small cub. As you guys all kind of start to take a breath, another Avery shifts up out of the water. I'm gonna use the Meg figure because I don't have another Avery at the moment.
Well,
Shifts
she
up out
looks
of the
enough
water.
like me, so.
You haven't even gone back.
What, out of the water?
She comes out of the water and she says you haven't even gone back. You never checked.
What's there to check?
Denial. It is. And she puts her hand towards you. What is with this? Oh my god, natural 20. So she puts her hand up toward you, and it's almost as if the green of the acid that you like to send shoots out at you and hits you across your chest. That is going to be... It is... Again, it's 38 points of
Oh my god.
acid damage from her, and that would be another 10 psychic. So a total of 48 with that crit, as it was a natural 20. You will take 48 points of damage, and
Welcome to Elite Encounters.
initiative starts again. Avery, you are first.
Oh, same initiative?
Yep, staying the
Same
same
initiative.
initiative.
Oh, okay.
That's fine because I rolled the same thing.
So we're like pausing rounds.
It was
Apparently.
barely even paused. You barely got 6 seconds before this thing emerged.
Nice. Not.
Well, I don't think I can use the same trick on myself, so.
Probably not.
Know thyself, know thy enemy. Or some shit.
Well, I'm gonna cast Ray of Enfeeblement
Okay.
on myself, I guess.
Not literally.
No, not
Not literally.
On the reflection of yourself.
Yeah.
This mirror image.
29.
That will hit.
All right, I shoot a ray of light green at her. As it hits, you can start to see like the color fade in her skin and in the eyes as she slowly becomes weaker and she loses energy.
Okay. And as a reaction, she will do Echoing Strike. She puts her hand up and same exact energy slams into you.
Why did you forget you could do that?
Copycat.
Maybe not. Does a 24 hit you?
It does not.
It is no.
All right, the same exact energy shoots out, but you barely are able to get out of the way of that ray as that enfeeblement comes at you as well.
That's it.
All right, do you have another action?
I do. Can I get out of the water?
You can. It is difficult terrain. You have a speed of what?
35.
Okay. You heading which direction?
To the closest edge.
Okay, so back toward them. So
Yes.
that takes you about 20 feet of movement to get to the edge here. Would you like to go further or be right there on the edge?
can I get completely out and onto the ground?
You can right here. It's
Okay.
25 feet of movement.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So that ends your turn. He says, you can't be in denial. You have to speak what you want and what you think. Your guilt. Give me another will save.
$30.
Okay. You may resist her command if you want, and that is a 25 to hit with her last action.
It will not hit.
Okay. Her last action, you see her send another green acid toward you, which misses. It falls short, hitting the ground. You hear tss into the water and such. All right. That brings us to Esteban. What would you like to do?
I think you should run. Command.
Okay, go for it.
Um, 30 feet. Defense is a will. If they success. If they succeed, nothing. If they fail, they must spend all their actions first. And then if they critical fail, they do it immediately.
Okay, that is an 18. Not a critical fail,
that
but-
is a normal failure. So
Okay.
the creature must spend the first action on its next turn to obey your command.
Okay. So, on her turn, it will be to run.
Yep.
Yeah, but which direction?
Oh, away.
Okay, because if she starts running towards us while on the water.
Okay. Like run away, flee, go away.
All right. Do you
Yep.
have more actions?
I have
Sunshine, you're on deck.
let's see. Yep, I'm going to do an armed thing, and then a shield appears, like out of my arm,
Okay.
like magic shield, and then it just goes over me.
All right. And for clarification, what's that spell called?
Shield.
So you create a magical shield,
Yep.
pull your arm over yourself, a shield appears, and then it spirals over your body.
Yeah.
This shimmering magical shield taking hold, and that brings us then to Sunshine. Yes?
It's effectively, it says you raise a magical shield of force. This counts as using the raise shield action, giving you a +1 circumstance bonus to AC until the start of your next turn.
All right, sounds good.
But doesn't require a hand.
Is she out of the water?
Yes. Her
Okay.
reflection is standing on the water.
Okay, Avery, I know you don't want to talk about this, or you're just not thinking this through, but Esteban had to admit what he did. You haven't gone back. You haven't checked. You haven't been back home.
All right. Are you so you're spending your turn trying to convince Avery to speak?
Yeah.
All right. So top of the round, Avery. You can react.
All right. If this is the only way to get you to leave, I haven't gone back because I know the only thing I will see is just ash, and it'll just be another reminder that I'm the only one that survived. So, survivor's guilt, I guess. I feel like I should have died too. I feel like somehow it was my fault, even though there's no way it could have been.
And you see yourself, your own reflection, mirroring your face as you speak. And then suddenly she goes, she kind of smiles and slips into the water, her body becoming part of it. And she's gone. What did you all do then? You still stand at the pool. That bottle made a nasty popping sound.
Can I maybe get some healing?
Yeah.
Yes.
I took a hell of a hit.
Yeah, you did.
I am going to sacrifice 7 points.
Okay.
I think it's half. Oh, no, is it up to half? I need to look. I forget. My
It is,
max.
your max that you can sacrifice is your level.
Oh yes. So 9 points
Mm-hmm.
of health. Take 18.
Oh, I'm not near death or anything, but just healing would be nice.
I'm definitely gonna need to rest after we're done with this. So, let me.
Would you like to do some medicine on either of them?
I got some. Hang on, I got some things and stuff and.
Okay, while you're doing things and
Whatnot.
stuff, why don't you roll me a
Like-
will save,
No, I don't want to.
as you've not moved away from the pool.
You're
You-
right, I haven't.
You want me to go ahead and take Esteban's healing?
You can't not take it. You are healed 19.
You have to.
Okay.
Or 18. 18, sorry.
Are we all
Will
doing
save
will saves?
28.
Okay.
Oh, natural 20 on healing. So,
Ooh, yay.
and I can treat both of them. So, that's 48 plus 10.
You know, there's more on that note card than what you have shown. There's more space. You have like 400 things written on it. This is the story of my life. You're like, shh, stop talking. What? Am I just a pretty face?
27.
As you guys are being healed, you see yet one more image
27.
come out of the ground. And again, I don't have another sunshine. So as Sunshine's turning and healing you guys, I will have this one come out. We'll just use the old Siswick.
Close enough.
Oh, no, that was the wrong way.
And you all hear Sunshine's voice as she's bandaging you guys and working on things and healing. You hear from behind her, in her voice, you hear, "Are you sure you don't just want to leave them too?"
Speak your truth. Or face your own wrath.
It's never my intentions to leave anyone behind.
Something paved with gold.
You're not helping.
I know. Intentions be damned.
I'm just saying, it's never my intention to leave somebody behind that needs help or healing.
I never intended to break her heart. But I
Is
did.
it really not your intention? Shall we take you back?
Sure.
Ah, I see you already know what I'm talking about, though.
If we make it out of alive, I'll tell my entire story for you.
She seems to ignore you and is staring right at Sunshine. Did you turn back around, or do you still have your back to?
Are you guys still hurt?
A little bit,
I'm
but
still hurt,
it's
but
nothing.
it's but a really big flesh wound.
It's a scratch.
Yeah.
Just but a scratch.
I know, I've already figured out what you guys. I guess I should probably face my own.
Face your demons.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself like we did.
I have no intention of hurting anyone. I turn and face the mirror image.
Kind of cocks her head and looks at you. expectantly.
I've had to leave people behind because it was looked down upon. For me to continue to waste my spells, my time, their time, to heal the enemy.
You've had to leave them behind. So what is that?
Abandonment.
You see a shift in the figure. It is all just water. No real form of sunshine or anyone in particular. Facing your own guilt. Facing your past wrongs. Is how you move on. And it disappears into the water. And then you guys find yourselves within what looks to be maybe the beginnings of an orchard. There's a young sapling that is freshly planted. And you see a withered vine over at the fence, a little ways away. The same voice that spoke to you from the watery person says, "That withered vine has fruit and bears it now. This sapling will bear fruit in 10 years. Do you see the town over there?" As you look, you see a little ways away this small town. You can see people coming and going on a road. But the fields beyond that are ash. Nothing but ash. The fruit that grows on this vine is magic. It could absolutely feed the entirety of this village. However, if plucked from the vine, everything that nurtures the sapling disappears and it will wither and die. You must choose the fruit on the vine or nurture the sapling, which will bear fruit in 10 years.
So, the moral dilemma of instant gratification or wait and the village may starve, but eventually it will provide. in school we talked about basically deciding someone's fate and making a choice. And this situation, there's no guarantee, and there's no good situation. So we could make the choice, take the fruit, and have a small guarantee. But then that's it. It is done. Forever. Or we wait, let it bear, and then it could feed generations to come. Even if it's not this town immediately, even if they fail.
Without withering.
We could lose the village for the future.
For the greater of all.
For
So
the greater good.
we sacrifice ourselves. Actually, what if I give myself the plant, and then it could live on me for 10 years while it grows, so we could both win, or something. I don't know.
Well, has this village sustained itself without this fruit?
Yes, but the scenario is, it was there, it was fine. There was a fire, destroyed other crops, so the immediate need is they need food now. Or they may starve. We could take care of the immediate need, but the future they will be destroyed because
Those who survive will be able to be fed off the sapling.
yes,
But it's going to be a long,
it's gonna be a hard road.
Well, if it withers and die, they could always replant new crops in its place. Their own crops.
The nutrients will be gone, is what they're saying.
Yeah,
What the voice is saying.
Well, if they take out everything that died and they just use the earth
it's basically
for new crops.
It's basically salted. It's there are ways around it, and it's more of a philosophical decision versus a practical one. It's just using emotions and practical imagery to make us do things. Play on our emotions. I mean, it's not an unfair test. I'd say.
Do we sacrifice the village now? Or do we sacrifice the possible gains of an entire orchard in the future?
Every fiber of my being is telling me, let the struggle continue. They will weather this storm. This winter will pass. Not everyone will make it, but it will continue.
In the end, the village will be stronger and have a more plentiful food source.
Yeah.
And they can learn how to sustain and ration what sources they do have.
Just struggle for the short term for the greater winning. That's what I say.
Nurture the sapling.
Yes. Nurture it, let it grow. Protect it with your life if you have to. I'll stand in this spot for 10 years waiting for it to grow if I have to. Just to ensure that they survive. And ask nothing for it.
Avery?
I agree with Esteban. I think that it should be let to grow.
You guys are suddenly back in the demi-plane.
Semi-hemi-plane.
Put this back over here. There's a slight difference in the demi-plane that you were at before, with Mulgars on one side and Larathel on the other. The bridge spanning between changed slightly. The bridge spanning between now has a shimmering crystal above it. You all appear on Larathel's side. You don't see your friends. You don't see Ernela. You guys are over here. What you do see is a lever on your side of the bridge. Peering over, even with your perception DCs, you also see a lever on the other side. What would you guys like to do?
Are there any instructions, or just two levers and we're just pull one?
That's what you see. Would you like to try to take a look at what they do, or anything as far as the bridge?
I would like to make a knowledge check, a craft check. Craft.
Okay.
I'd say crafting, and I'm a master at it, if that matters.
Okay, go ahead.
What? It's the only one I have. No, fuck you. I don't want that one. That one's rude.
I'm loving chat right now. Just so you guys know, that's one of my favorite lines.
What?
Pull the lever, wrong lever.
I'm gonna aid him with the crafting.
Yeah, it's not one of my most best rules.
Okay, what do you have?
I rolled a 23.
All right, with the 23, you take a look at the lever. You kind of look around the bridge a little, and you realize that your lever will collapse this side of the bridge. However, you can also see kind of magical ties with it that would allow the crystal above to land over onto their side, the other side. You can't really see much about what their lever does.
Can we go to the other side?
You can?
I'm gonna go to the other side and do the same thing.
Okay.
You're having a hard time today.
Yep. It does whatever the hell you say it does.
You're not sure what it does. It doesn't really look like it does anything.
My first crafting roll was a 28. So I'm gonna follow him over to the other side. And he looks confused.
Like, what the hell? This isn't even a leather. This is like a boat anchor and one of those sticks you use to make butter.
I have another 28.
Okay. If this lever is pulled, none of the bridge will collapse. However, there's some kind of magical tie to the crystal above that you can see.
This side won't collapse, but there's a tie to the crystal.
So, your absolute knowledge right now is that if your side is pulled, that side of the bridge will collapse, leaving no way over. But the crystal will come down onto the opposite side.
I think I understand how this
This
works.
side, you don't know what the magic will do to the crystal. But the bridge stays intact.
Here's my thought. It's the same choice, or similar. We pull our lever, the crystal comes down, we sacrifice our chance to get it. We can't get it because we made that choice, but it pulls the crystal down, so someone on the other side can go get it, and we hope that they're going to get it. They will make the choice to use the crystal for good, but we have to trust that they will.
On this one, I am going to have to disagree with you, Esteban.
Okay. I'm not right all the time, only like sometimes.
To leave the bridge intact is to maintain balance, for both sides touch.
But is it? Balance
Yes,
can also
life
be
and death.
but balance can also be asymmetrical.
Well, we have a differing opinion. Yes, Avery. You are the tiebreaker.
What do we got, Forest Elf?
Well, I don't know. I was thinking, like, if one of us stays on this side and the other two goes to the other side, I could pull the lever and you guys could catch it. And then I could just pull the lever back up and bring the bridge back up.
No.
No, it would collapse it. There's no putting it back. Right? There's no
Correct.
putting it back. Okay.
Well, how far is this? How far is it between here and to the other side?
30 feet, maybe 40. It's a pretty far gap.
But who's to say there's not magic in between that? That would prevent us from
Right. It's,
using magic to walk across it.
Right.
tell you
Or
what.
jumping.
All right. This is stupid, but I'll do it.
What?
I'll go to the side over there, and we pull the levers at the same time. My side collapses, this side doesn't. They cancel out, the crystal still comes down. But it's still balanced. The effects cancel each other out.
But does it?
I mean, is there a way that maybe I could just climb up there to the crystal without having to do any levers at all?
It's only about 20 feet up. It's floating. About 20 feet up.
You want a staircase?
I mean, I can
No,
bring up a staircase.
She can literally cast her staircase if you'd like.
Make staircase.
Okay, so I will cast Helpful Steps.
Oh, you have
She
that one
learned
too,
it from
huh?
me.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so you're casting helpful steps up to the crystal. You find that they start, and when it hits about the middle of the span where you would be able to get to the crystal, the whole spell collapses and fades out into ash.
But that's anti-magic type field, or
Okay, so I assume that if we were to try to, like, jump or do other stuff across this
Yeah.
crevice, then we wouldn't be able to do it.
it probably
is
has a
my-
physical barrier or magical barrier that, it's basically no.
That's my thoughts on that.
So our options are or death.
So
Our
levers that are...
options are to pull the lever that collapses the bridge or pull the lever that doesn't collapse the bridge.
I'd say pull them both at the same time. It's still in balance at that point.
Technically, yeah.
It's not any different than what it is now, except for it's the opposite. So it is the same but different. I'll go on the other side. Sunshine, you stay with her. Make sure you guys live a long, healthy life.
Which,
What?
why?
Because
Why? I know this is your thing. This is your shtick. This is what
it's
you
not
do.
a shtick.
It kind of is.
No, a shtick is a thing you do.
This is the thing you do.
This is who I am.
You sacrifice.
You say that a lot, too.
You sacrifice. You sacrifice.
Because
sacrifice.
people have gotten hurt because of decisions I made, and there's not a damn thing I can go back and do and change it.
And people have gotten hurt because of stupid shit I've done, and she's hurt people, too, and we're
People
not
died.
killing ourselves over it. As bad.
Oh yeah, okay. So a difference of degree is the same thing.
But we know that
It's my burden. Let me deal with it my way.
We're in this together, Esteban.
What? What are you going to say, bitch?
I had a few choice words, but that was not
No,
them.
no. What were they?
No. Don't worry about it.
don't make us take the hat away, okay?
You touch the hat, I will kill you. It is my
Which
hat.
side of the bridge are we on?
Well, you guys had walked over to the other side to kind of check out the lever, so you're on Mulgrith's side at the moment.
Fantastic. While they're arguing, I pull the lever.
Okay. Nothing
we
happens.
We didn't do that at the same time.
I know.
Nothing happens. You're pulling on Mulgr's side, yes?
Yeah.
Then
Nothing
maybe we need to
happens.
go back and pull the other one now. Maybe it won't collapse. And maybe it'll just bring the crystal down.
So they are
Let's see.
resetting, so you pulled it. When you let go, it goes back.
Maybe it just pulls down the magic barrier.
Does it make any sounds? Does it go like chunk?
Nothing.
Just see, I told you it was a milk barrel stick thing.
Oh.
You know, I haven't told you how I really feel about anything. I'm always Mr. Nice Guy, but you know, this is bullshit.
I
need
feel
the
like
button
you've told
again.
us plenty about how you feel.
But it's not. I don't know. Maybe I have. Fuck, I don't know.
Then perhaps you're not being honest with yourself.
Well, you know, that's probably true.
Then try being honest.
It will hurt. A lot.
Truth hurts, buddy.
Thanks, Mom.
I won't take offense to that because I do know that I am old enough that I could be. I'm older than you.
I know this.
I'm far older than you.
Yes, I know. You've seen some shit. I get it.
I'm not
I would
from the
never
Silver
experience
Lake, you know.
the pleasure of going to the tree and going to recycle and come back as another elf. Or an elf, or anything, because I'm just a stupid human that made stupid decisions that, you know, broke somebody's heart a lot, and her friends got pissy, did some shit, and broke me. And my bloodline for all of fucking eternity.
Well, it sounds like they got issues too that are a lot worse than.
Well, they had wine, and it was just a bad time. For them, for me.
Okay, Esteban, I know you're not mad at me, but you're yelling at me.
But, sorry.
I get it.
Look, I made mistakes. I don't even care that I made them. The thing that I care about, I do care that I made them, but I can't change it. So I've accepted that. The thing is, I've damned my bloodline for eternity. If I could do one thing, at least I want to soften that blow. So, you know, they might grow up to be stupid or insane or something, but I don't want to die is human, but to be forgotten is a fate worse than death, and I don't want to be forgotten.
And stop forgetting about yourself, okay? I've said this before. If you stop being so hard on yourself and actually think of yourself as worthy of healing and to be remembered, maybe it'll help with this curse. Because it could literally be the simplest thing.
You know how many times I've introduced myself to the party?
Probably several times.
37. You know how many times you've tried to kill me as the party? The same. Every fucking time. It's the same fucking conversation. I'm tired of it. I am tired of going town to town to town or through the town every day and interacting with everyone. It's exhausting. It never ends. I can't have friends.
Bullshit.
Well, you got us.
You have friends right here.
Until tomorrow, if I walk away, then you fucking forget that I even existed. I can't even write my name down. It disappears.
Walking away.
I'm not walking. I was saying,
Just saying.
if I walk to the other side of town and I fall asleep and we don't interact, by dawn, I'd fucking...
Avery, you start feeling a sense of urgency as they're talking and Esteban is continuing on. You feel wrong. Something's wrong. Something's coming.
Guys, you might want to stop for a second.
What? Is the world ending?
It might be,
Great.
Shelf the existential dread and next.
because we might have an actual existential dread right now against our physical existence.
Where are you all at now? Still on Mulgr's side?
I'm kind of like underneath the crystal, pacing back and forth, gesticulating all over the fucking place.
Well, we pulled that side. Now what?
Nothing happened. Let's go to the other fucking side.
Fine.
You want me to pull that one?
Sure.
You guys all went over to the side and you immediately pulled?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to take our break right here, guys. And you guys can talk. And when we come back, we're going to have everybody at the table. So those of you waiting, you can place your things at the table and get ready to continue here as we're all going to see what happens to this.
This is bullshit.
I'm going to go. Because, you know, streamers got to stream, guys. This streamer's going to stream. And somebody else can talk to you guys for a little bit. They can continue their existential crisis over here if they'd like. And I'm going to go do that.
I think
So
Esteban's the
we
only
will
one
be
with
right
the
back. We're not
existential crisis.
actually going anywhere. We're still here.
First of all, I don't have. Okay, Esteban he is an existential crisis.
Yeah, about that.
I think I'm stuck.
Probably. You're stuck.
Yes,
Stuck with what?
my voice.
Good. That means you won't slip out of character.
No.
Yes.
No, I mean, no, as in yes.
Poor Esteban.
You know,
I'm so sorry.
look, he's just a fool.
Excuse me, sunshine.
It's not, I am Esteban Senjo de la Vega. Like, I'm all charm and fucking sexy and blah. And he's really like a broken shell of a fucking human being.
All right, let's go, Kronk.
What? It's beat up Esteban hour.
Just confused as to why you're so angry.
Well, were you listening?
I was.
We were
Oh,
all
okay.
listening.
Yeah.
We always listen to Esteban.
No, I mean, he's having emotions.
Those damn feels.
Those things.
You know the hard part is, as a non-trained, like classically trained actor, I don't know if I'm like, am I drawing from inner self or am I making it up? Because part of me is like, you're just talking. Other part of me is like, oh, this is sad. It's really weird.
They say art imitates life.
Close to what I'm actually going through.
But that's called method acting. Like when you're pissed off as character, you are pissed off. It works. It gives a genuine performance. But the problem is, therapy is real.
God damn, that's.
My mic might be off.
It might be because you weren't over there.
Test.
Because you weren't sitting there.
I can hear you just fine. No, I can't hear you. Haha.
Like
We-
through the mic.
Ah!
Yes.
Can you hear me through the mic?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah. Damn it, Jinx.
I mean, he's doing what I pay him for.
Fucking up.
We pay him?
No.
Say,
Okay.
Of course
on what
not.
budget are we paying anybody?
We're in a negative budget. It cost us money to make the show.
Since I've started doing the show, I have learned to project.
Sure.
And now,
Onto others or
yes.
Yes.
okay?
And my voice too.
Yes,
Which
amen.
is why everybody can still hear me even though the mics are off.
I fixed it.
I'm still yelling at Jinx. The light's off too. Does that count?
I don't care about the lights. No one needs to see you.
You're bright enough to light up
Yeah,
the whole room,
you-
right? So
Light up the world.
Thank you. Thank you, darling. I'll be back.
Thanks for the warning.
You're welcome.
There.
Will you fix my feather?
No.
do I have
Okay, then don't. You do have a feather.
Hold on. No. Hold on. Yep.
Sorry. Who left a bobby pin?
Probably me.
Who
Do
the-
you-
I didn't do it.
You know what?
I think that's the wrong way.
No, I mean it can't be perfect.
No. Do you want your bobby pin back?
It's fine. You do whatever with it. We have a billion.
Oh,
Did I take this with me?
you didn't.
No idea.
Because it stayed in my ear and I walked over there in the back. I'm like, that kid.
You must have.
You might have dangled it. Maybe it just dangled.
It, huh.
Listen, I sat down, and you can hear the static.
Oh, yeah. I didn't notice it until you mentioned it.
That's all right.
It's my phone. My phone's a pain.
Yep. So everyone, anyone have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, except for Avery, because no one gives a shit what she says.
Stop hanging out with several.
Everyone, Esfon got it.
He's in. You're in a mood.
Rare form.
Maybe I'm hangry.
We touched some nerves today,
All
talking
of
about
them.
sensitive stuff.
No, they were listening.
Hangry or horngry?
Oh,
I mean, it's been like 8 minutes, so, you know.
Oh, he's just jealous because I flirted with his reflection and not him.
Oh.
I flirted with his reflection.
You know, that might be true.
That is probably true.
He did start getting crabby after that.
Yeah, I noticed that. Actually, he was fine before that. But then again, it could also be the fact that we had to open up. So,
I'm going to be here a while. Enjoy a Snickers.
You're not yourself. Have a Snickers. We're not sponsored by Snickers.
No.
If you'd like to sponsor
If you'd
us,
like to sponsor us, however,
Yeah, I believe it's Mars. Isn't Mars that makes Snickers?
Maybe.
I think so. Knowledge food. Jess, do you know?
what? Mars?
yeah, if they're the one that makes Snickers.
Mars is
I think so.
Is it?
Yeah.
What does Hershey's own everything now?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Which is
Also,
Kraft.
also, at least Avery didn't walk away crabby, having dealt with your younger self.
All right, guys.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back to the table, everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually fine.
Do you
I
know
think he
how
is hangry
weird
over there.
it is to be in the bathroom and just randomly giggle because you're still listening?
No, it happens every week.
You know how weird
definitely.
it is to be at home and just randomly giggling?
I mean,
That's-
that's just you.
Yeah, that may be a problem. You need to see somebody for that.
All right. So bringing everybody
No, they're
back
fun.
together.
Maybe.
So you all suddenly see each other standing, the only person on Mulgrath's side being Sivril. And each has pulled a lever. So, Esteban, you find that your hand and Chevy's are on that one. And Sivril is on the other side, holding that lever. The entire bridge collapses. Everything falling into the chasm below. You see the entirety of it just disappear.
Fun.
Irnela, you're over just having woken up. You didn't see your friends, and then suddenly, there they are, all standing on opposite sides of the bridge, well, from Sivril. And suddenly the entire middle collapses. The glowing crystal hanging above begins to fall. Within, you guys see a small disc. And it starts disappearing into the nothing below as both sides fall. What do you all do?
So the crystal's 20 feet above us, or it was, correct? And it's just now starting to fall?
It begins to fall, yes.
Okay. Is it falling straight down?
Looks like it.
Okay.
I would like to cast
What would you like to cast?
Fey Form.
All right.
Form of a unicorn.
All right.
So as it's falling, I jump across, aiming for the crystal to hit it towards his side.
Okay. I will need a athletics in your form.
My speed's 40 feet, if that matters. And my hooves have the effect of ghost touch, if that matters too.
Okay.
That's cool.
That
That is cool.
It's cocked. What am I rolling?
Athletics.
Thank you. 24.
Okay.
Sorry, we really flustered him.
All right.
I was thinking I was attacking the crystal, but I'm not. I'm more like tackling the crystal.
All right. So that is what Esteban is doing. Anyone else?
Yeah. As he, describe to me what just happened.
I turned into a fucking unicorn.
Okay.
All rainbows and fucking beautiful, and just like jumped across it, like, think
Sure.
TriStar.
Yeah.
Voila, but without the wings, because I'm not cool. And it's slamming
unicorn, not
into
a
the
Pegasus.
crystal.
Yeah, that'd be
so,
an alicorn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My Little Pony knowledge. Here we
Yeah,
go.
I mean, that's I'm like, I had to watch that with children.
Sure.
I hit it, and then I am hoping that my mass, because I'm a fucking horse, can push the crystal and nudge it towards your side so it could be saved,
Gotcha.
even at my own risk and peril, because I don't care about me.
Was the disc falling with the crystal, or had it fallen
inside
free?
of it.
It's still inside of the crystal. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else doing anything?
Yes. I am going to quickly observe him go all unicorn style and jump with his rainbow effect across this thing.
All right.
And you said that gap was about 30, 40 feet, right?
Yes.
So I am going to quickly judge whether the disc is going to make it off of the trajectory when he hits it. And if I feel like the disc is going to land on the ground over here, I'm going to cling off the side of this bridge and prep to catch Esteban in case he does not make it across the bridge.
You're going to try to catch the horse.
Yes,
Okay.
By the horn.
by the singular horn.
Is anyone else doing anything? All right. So
Does when Esteban jumps and he gets across midway, does he still remain a horse?
So you're waiting to see?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Several quickly looking and estimating as the unicorn's hooves leave the ground and jumps toward the crystal. He estimates and quickly goes to slide off the side of the bridge to try to catch the unicorn. As you make impact with the crystal, not only do you shift back to Esteban, but you step onto bridge. You went to slide down, but you step onto bridge, and suddenly everything shifts back. You see the bridge. You land on your feet, holding something in your hand. You're standing pretty much right here instead of off the bridge. The crystal itself hangs shattered and glimmering above all of you.
Fucking hit that pretty hard. Can I do like the superhero landing where it's just like BAM and hold on to the thing?
What you have in your hand.
It's nothing. It's a nougat with chocolate and caramel and peanuts and a.
He's definitely hungry, guys.
Now he's himself.
All right. So, you've landed, superhero landing style.
Do 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 do.
Majestic as fuck.
And there's something in your hand.
But
And
not a
you
unicorn.
all find the bridge is back.
I should be falling, but I'm not. And the fuck is this? Oh, that's cool. Does it have the cord on it too?
Mm-hmm.
It's a swirly thing. That half of it's a tree, and the other half is the same tree. But dead.
Very descriptive.
Look, I was just a fucking unicorn and I busted my head on a thing. Just give me a minute, alright?
That's the amulet.
Hey. Avery, can you verify that this is a thing? The thing that we need?
I can verify that it's a thing.
I also.
Oh.
I'm an expert at verifying things.
I just fucking hate all of you. Here. Give this to Avery and let her do her compass thing on it to make sure it's the thing that we're looking for.
So you're heading back over to the other side?
Actually,
Yeah.
pass it.
Yeah, yes. I hand it to her, but I'm not getting up because I don't want to.
Okay, I'm gonna go find a spot that's quiet and I'm gonna meditate for like 5-10 minutes. And then I'm just gonna let the compass take over and let it focus on what's in my hand.
All right. So while she's doing that and rolling me a nature check, what would the rest of you like to do?
Where did you go, Avery?
I went back over to that side
To
and
the tree.
yeah, I went and sat probably behind the tree, just a far enough distance away that I can close my eyes and actually focus on meditating.
Okay.
27 nature.
You did that thing you always do, Esteban.
Let's always do it.
I mean,
Yes, you do.
went to sacrifice yourself again for the party.
It's not for the party.
He tried to do that during our trial.
Look, it's not for the party. It was the right thing to do. I'm not doing it because I want to die. I do it because it's what we needed to do to get the thing.
Yeah, but if we lost you in the process, then what's it?
I'm just a part of the story. Besides, you would forget about
How
me
many
in the
times
morning.
do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
At least once more.
Look, I understand the point. I get it. Everyone's like, oh, Esteban, love yourself. Esteban this, Esteban that. I know.
But you can't.
I could forgive myself.
Can you?
Yes. But it's not going to change anything. I can't change a curse. That was deific level magic, more powerful than deities. Like, so many things had to happen in order for that to happen on that day. It was almost fate. Or blood.
Oh.
It was like 37 things that had to happen in the specific order and time, and they all did.
have an actor's aside.
So, Chevy, according to the chat, they want to know what you're thinking right here in this very moment as you're listening to Esteban speak. What's going through Chevy's mind right now?
So in the monologue that's going on in my brain, I'm just sitting here thinking,
Why don't you just tell us the monologue that's going in your brain?
yeah. when is Esteban going to stop trying to kill himself for the party? Because I've seen him do this. I've been with the party for a very short time, and from what I've heard, this is a very common occurrence, and I've seen it multiple times at this point. So
Maybe he got attacked.
I'm sitting here wondering, while I've never forgotten him and never seen this curse in action, I'm sitting here wondering, why is he constantly doing this and putting the needs of the party above Esteban? Because in my mind, if we lose Esteban, we lose a key member of the party. And our overall goal here is going to be at least much harder to accomplish, if not impossible, without him.
Well, that, and he's also family. He's part of this group, whether he feels useful or not.
So, the bridge comes back, yes?
The bridge is back.
Are the handles still there?
The levers are gone.
Okay.
The crystal pieces the crystal wasn't there when you guys first arrived
Correct.
either.
And, well, neither was the bridge.
pieces are the bridge was. You guys were on the bridge and you separated yourselves and went
Oh, okay.
either
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
The crystal pieces are still hanging in the air, about 20 to 40 feet up, as if this thing had just shattered, and there are new little pieces of stars over this gap.
Sure. I'm going to walk out into the middle of this bridge where Esteban is still standing.
And raging.
Huh?
And raging.
And I'm going to put my arm around him and quietly enough that, unless you're specifically listening, I'm not necessarily whispering, but I'm not talking at my normal tone either. I'm just going to say, friend, if you're afraid that someone else is going to write the end of your story and you're not going to get to do it, I feel you. And if that's where all this is rooted, I feel you. You and I have a very different problem, but I feel you. You're afraid that someone's going to write the end of your story, and the end of your story is you're going to be forgotten. So you want to write your own story. You want to write your own ending. I understand that. Here's the thing. I have a curse I can't beat either. You're doomed to be forgotten. And I'm doomed to watch everyone I love pass away. I'll never forget. And I'll be alone forever. I feel you. And then I walk back to the other side where I was standing.
Back to Mulgreth's side?
Yep.
Okay.
Friend, I appreciate your thoughts, but we may be in a similar situation, but I don't know what's worse. Watching people die, everyone you love and care about, is the natural course of things. You not dying is not, and that is unfortunate, but you at least get to say goodbye. My friends won't even know me.
I'll know you.
Here's
You
the
hear from over near.
Shut the fuck
Several.
up, duck.
Yep. There's a duck sitting by several.
here's the thing. You say that?
It's a random duck.
No, it's not random.
I didn't get to say goodbye to Lenny.
Yeah.
He was taken from me. There's no guarantee that I get to say goodbye to anybody. If you would have jumped off that and fallen in this, whatever the hell this is, who would have gotten to say goodbye to you then? Nobody.
There would at least be a resolution.
For who?
Hey,
For you?
come tomorrow, it wouldn't matter.
Shut the fuck up, Esteban.
Let me explain something. Let me explain something very real to you.
Okay.
Okay? Just because when you disappear or you go away for 24 hours, we don't know who you are when you come back. Okay?
You know how hard that is?
Yeah, I do. I've watched you at least go through it a few times.
Yeah,
At
but
least
you don't
at least
know.
the effects of you coming back. But here's
you
the
tried to kill me.
here's
everyone,
the
you know,
th-
it's
here's
all
the
this-
thing,
it's
I
all-
beg to
Esteban.
differ.
Here's the thing. Okay? The thing about memories. I may not remember you when you come back because the curse says so,
Yeah.
but know this. The curse is on you. The curse is not on me. So those memories are still there somewhere. So instead of trying to end your story early because you want to be in control of how you end the story, let's work on figuring out how to finish this curse, and then everyone is going to remember you because those memories are still in me. I'm not cursed.
Well,
You are in this particular instance.
Yes. Semantics.
Yes.
But yeah.
I'm not cursed to forget you. You're cursed to be forgotten.
And we did not try to kill you every single time you came back.
You don't know that.
It was 31 times. 37. Actually, yes, you did.
So you can't remember the amount of
That's
times.
bullshit. That's bullshit.
see, I'm surprised
There's
you
no
haven't tried
fucking
to
way.
kill him more times than he's come back. I'm surprised
There's
it's
no
not like
fucking
50.
way that I would let them.
I mean,
Kill
he is
you.
a bard. He's prone to
Okay,
over
who's this-
exaggerate.
Who's this duck?
You
Why is
feel,
everyone
you
yelling?
smell that smoke coming up towards you as he puffs on his cigar.
There's a cigar smoking
There's a
duck here.
cigar in his mouth.
Would
Absolutely.
you?
What? Why is
Why are you
everyone
guys
yelling?
not surprised about this cigar smoking duck?
Well, because Esteban is having an existential crisis, and I'm trying to get him to understand that I feel his pain. I feel very similarly to him.
I don't know what's happening.
And when I look at myself, I realize that a lot of the times, a lot of the things that I make decisions are about are because I want to be the author of my own story. I don't want someone else writing the end of my story. I want to write the end of my story.
We picked the duck up at a particular day of the month that crazy stuff happened.
The name's Howard. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, he's
Maybe.
he's like a hemorrhoid. It's a pain in my ass that comes around every once in a while.
He really likes Esteban.
I don't think I'm the one being a hemorrhoid today.
You want to be a hemorrhoid today?
No, I'm saying you're the hemorrhoid. If I have to point it out to you. Right now, you're being the hemorrhoid. You're gonna forget me. We know that. I didn't. I've been gone for days. I haven't forgot you.
You're
There
also
you go.
an existential crisis with a cigar.
Am I? Is that what I am?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, yeah, fine.
Do you need your herbal remedy, your natural remedy?
I think
As
he's
she
more
comes
the
out from
curse of the
behind the
god.
tree.
I already made one and got it ready, so
Fine.
you need it.
You have confirmed that this is definitely an icon.
So we can cross this off the list.
Okay.
Good. How do we get out of here?
That's a really good question.
Tired of this place.
I need a nap.
Do I need to meditate
Oh, God, I
again
need
to
a nap
try to
too.
get a direction
I
of the next
don't.
one?
Oh.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
How was your nap?
Well, it was going really, really well, and then everybody started yelling, and then a bridge collapsed. So now I'm awake,
Oh.
but I don't
Sorry.
know what the heck is happening.
Would you like to go back to sleep?
I
Sounds like-
always want to go back to sleep, yes.
That sounds like a threat.
But no,
No, I'm just
It did kind of sound like a threat.
Sleeping with the fishes.
no. Sorry. Here, have some of this natural remedy. It'll help you relax. Go to sleep.
So I'm gonna go meditate, see where we should go next.
Well, we have to get off this plane, this demi plane.
I don't even have a
We need a
parachute.
door.
Do you have like an a la peanut butter sandwich? Open this plane and let me out.
I thought you were asking for food. I
Are
do
there
have
any
a peanut butter
No,
sandwich.
I'm not
Any
asking
snakes
for
here?
a peanut butter
Are
sandwich.
there, are there any snakes here?
I'll take a
On this
peanut
plane?
butter sandwich.
Isn't that like a pocket
it-
bacon?
You mean, can I open a door with my icon?
Yes.
Hey, what?
that's what got us here in the first place, yes.
Which icon is that, by the way?
The sun spear.
No, not that. Not no, yours.
The heartwood.
The
equilibrium heartwood. Is the one we've been searching for.
Yeah. What does it do?
Lots of balance.
It brings equilibrium to the heartwood.
Soft Esteban.
Looks like it hangs around your neck.
Probably, I would assume so.
Look.
Well,
Okay, fine.
Avery, we had agreed that this was going to be yours, so why don't you attune to it
Or attempt.
or attempt to?
I will do
'Cause
that
it's,
while I meditate.
Interesting.
I'll wait till we cross planes before I meditate. But for now,
Hey, okay.
what? Do you think I should wait?
No, it's fine. I had a thought and then it escaped.
It's that natural remedy. I found the kiss.
Yep. It calms the noise. He's still here. Fuck.
Maybe evil.
I think I will look for a door.
Okay. You do still see kind of a tunnel under the arch of the root over by Larathel. And you can give me a perception as you start searching around for any door.
I have a 27.
Okay. You start looking around, and are you just looking over here, or are you crossing over and going closer to Mulgrith?
I'm
Which
crossing
one?
over. I'm
Okay.
everywhere.
So as you look, you find that there are, seems many entrances to the root nexus. You've got the one that you guys came out of, and then there are a few others around the base of Larathel. You go over near Mulgrith, and you find multiple other points of entry into the root nexus. So there are multiple ways off this plane. You're just not sure which one you want to take.
Also, while I'm here, I've touched both trees equally. Like, just. just now. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you touch Mulgrith, and also while you're searching around, you find a opening into Mulgrith itself.
I'm gonna look.
Of course you
All right. There's an opening, and about 10 feet in, there's actually a door. Seems to be carved of the same wood that he's made of.
Knock on the door.
Oh, Jesus.
You don't get an answer.
Okay. I open the door.
Yeah.
Okay. So while Sunshine's looking around, what are the rest of you doing?
Trying not to be surprised how we end up in these situations.
Somebody hit us with the plot bus. I don't know.
Yeah. But to be completely fair, I wouldn't let Sunshine walk by herself wandering around, but I wouldn't follow her into the tree.
Okay. So yeah, you see her reach for the door from where you're saying.
She's a grown ass woman. She can do whatever she wants. This is,
Okay, you
Hey, I got you.
you open the door and you find
You're an independent sun elf. You don't need no wood elf.
Wow.
your light spills into the room,
Hi.
illuminating a floor that obviously has been carved out from even the base of the tree. And you see these giant rings that obviously make up the cycles of his life. They're innumerable, and there's so many across this floor. But you also see these red splatters across the floor, dark maroon and almost brown. And you see implements along the wall. You realize you're looking at what seems to be possibly a torture chamber of some kind. And then you look up. And you see something horrifying. You see wilted white wings. You see a large silver body. You see needles and tubes jammed in throughout the body, and the being seems to just rack with pain here and there. It is definitely still breathing. With each pulse of pain, you see a light leave one of the tubes and go up until you can't see the light anymore.
Several?
I, run in the room.
Wrong door.
What the hell is this?
I don't know.
This looks like a religious thing to me.
It is a religion thing.
It is a religion
What the
thing.
fuck?
The face of the being is covered by some kind of metal plating, almost as if it's made to not be able to see. It looks like there might be some kind of pins in their ears. The only thing, there is a small slit over where the mouth would be, as if maybe to feed it, but you're not quite sure.
Okay, 31.
31. What's your question? What is this, or what is in this contraption, or what?
What is this?
What is this? You
Because
are
I've seen one of
not
those.
Sure.
I've seen one of those
You
before.
have seen one of those. That is a solar angel.
I've seen one of those. I don't know what this is. I know what that is.
You are not sure what this is. This room, it's a torture room of some kind, and they definitely have this solar angel pinned into this contraption. And you're not sure why.
What the fuck?
Are you alive?
There's no response.
He's alive. He, right?
Yep.
He's alive.
I always feel like solar angels look like Dr. Manhattan, but silver instead of blue.
Yes, pretty much.
And there wasn't a door in the other tree.
Not that you saw, but they're both quite large, depending on the perspective they want to give.
Do you want me to go check the other one?
Yeah, let's go check the other one. I don't want to disturb anything because this is the trees of balance and stuff, and if we disturb it, then it's gonna break something, and I don't want to break anything.
Hey, just hang out. We'll be right back.
Wow.
You're a dick.
Wow.
Hey, where's that priestess?
She's hanging in there. Sorry.
Just hanging around.
All right.
All right.
Sorry.
We're going to the other tree.
Wrong timeline.
Yeah, well,
All right.
you win some, you
so
lose some.
You guys head over toward the other tree where everybody else is kind of gathered over on that side at the moment. These two come over looking a little spooked.
I mean, I understand her looking spooked, but him looking spooked, that's like, you know...
It's quite disturbing.
That's like the sunlight being afraid of its own shadow.
Sees you.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you may absolutely give me a deception to not show on your face.
Who, me? No.
No, several.
Oh. Deception. What you got in that?
I start with a 2.
If you want to roll a deception, otherwise, if you're not trying
I
to
don't
keep
give
it
a
off
shit.
your face,
Yeah.
that was pretty messed up.
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
You have like a concerned face.
So there's
What concerning? Anyways.
there's one of those winged creatures that we saw in Celestia
So
that could kill me on any Tuesday.
any of us. But I don't know what.
Look.
Never mind.
Look.
It just kills
I don't know if you understand this. That thing blinks at me, and I turn into oblivion dust.
Any of us. Should it so wish.
You turn into oblivion chunks. I turn into oblivion dust.
I don't
Anyway.
think that's the important part.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Chunks
Microwatch
versus
has given
dust.
several a reroll for him to keep.
Okay, stored away. I will just there's a winged
Thingy?
angel type creature hanging in that tree, strapped up to some kind of device that is, I don't know, it's pumping its life force out or something. There's just this eerie blue looking light that pulses up that tree until we can't see it anymore.
All right, I need to go take a look at this.
I'm looking in this other tree.
Okay. Give me a
Don't.
perception.
Touch anything.
So you're heading over to Mulgrith. Is anybody going with Esteban?
I'm gonna stay with Sunshine.
No, that
and-
sounds terrifying.
I'm looking over the whatever Larathel
Yeah.
Okay.
as well.
So Esteban and Howard
Jewel
head
cheese.
over. Because he's waddling along beside you.
I think while they're
too.
doing this,
That's what I got.
actually will go and meditate since
I could use my
there's
reroll.
been some concerns.
I could use my
Okay.
reroll.
I'm going to try to attune.
Yeah, and try to see if there's like a direction that we can go to
Okay.
find an actual door.
So
and
you're
that's-
not trying to attune to the Heartwood, or you are looking to look for another icon.
to look for another icon.
Okay.
And that's in that 20.
Okay.
Oh, I should have used that to attune to the.
You should be attuning to
Damn
the
it.
thing,
Oh, well.
Avery.
I could probably roll another one. Don't worry.
Yeah, you know,
I got the skills.
She's like, confidence.
it's fine.
It's just a 5% chance. No big deal.
All right, so you and Howard go over there. The same scenario. You do find the little arch in, and about 5 feet in, you find the door.
It's open.
It is definitely open.
There was no closing that door.
There's
There-
not really any light in here now that Sunshine's not
Sure.
there. However, as you kind of walk in, you're looking around. You hear the ruffle of feathers, and you look down at Howard, and he looks like he's just been. Ugh.
Hey, do you have a light?
And you see the end of the scarf flare up, get a little bit of light. You can see the silvery feet, and then suddenly this blue light up the tube, and you get a glance of the solar as it happens.
Yep, nope. Mm-mm, nope. All right, I'm out. Fuck that.
He had to
good
see
choice.
it.
He waddles along behind you.
Yep.
You guys are out of there.
Apparently, he had to see it to believe
Yeah,
it.
nope, this is shit we are never going to talk about.
File that away in my Esteban file.
Nope.
File that away in scary stories only.
Yeah, like shit that makes your pucker pucker.
Oh,
It makes your pucker. Wow.
I think that's the name of this episode.
Oh God. I'm talking way too much about Esteban's pucker.
That's the next episode.
Why did we talk so much about Esteban's
What is it
pucker?
about bards? We had one bard that you had to talk about his crack, and now we got to talk about Esteban's pucker. I mean, that's how this goes, apparently.
All right.
All right, so you two are looking. What was your perception there?
22.
22. All right. Eventually, you do find a door. Right? Aren't they?
Just so adorbs.
Sunrill. Oh. All right, so. Right. You guys find another door within Larathel as well.
Severine.
I will just open the door.
Okay. It's a nice warm glow from inside. Again, it's made from the same tree.
Sure it is.
And
Except for this one's
you've
not
got,
dead.
You've got this kind of small sitting area. Everything is made of wood and of the tree and attached, but you know, there's couches and chairs. There's a beautifully carved pedestal in the center, multiple primal maybe incantations or just sigils on it.
Sure.
But there's a glowing something above that pedestal. It kind of it spreads a light through the room of multiple colors, but it doesn't seem ominous. It's warm and inviting in here, whereas it was a torture room in the other one.
What the fuck is this?
But you don't see anyone here.
What is the thing making the light?
Yeah, what's the thing? What's the thing?
What do you want?
Religion check.
Yeah, let me not roll that.
Stand there and look pretty.
That's.
And I mean, you could always roll.
31.
I'll just stand here.
You could always roll a nat 20.
I could.
Good.
Like that one time, you're like, huh? Oh, it's that.
What in the hell is happening?
What was that? It sounded like the world was falling over.
Apparently, we're getting sunshine all out of sorts over here.
Jesus.
I was going to see if he could roll it at 20.
No, it's character development. I don't know these things.
It's funny, I rolled the same thing on your die that I rolled on mine.
Yeah.
Well, then. that's
Mine ends
the
up in a 17, yours ends up like a 37.
What?
Yeah.
The only thing you can figure out about that is it's definitely got to be some kind of counterbalance. You can, seeing this room, seeing that room, some kind of counterbalance to what you saw in the other room. But you're not sure exactly what the pulsing light is. But as you're
What?
standing there trying to figure it out, you do realize that the pulse is more like a slow heartbeat.
Okay, what is the cantrips and what are the things written in?
Wild Song. If
Oh.
it's any words, it's
Ugh.
Wild Song here.
Lame. Sorry, I was
Is this
forgetting my
object
language.
just like free floating there? Is it
Yeah.
sitting on a.
Free floats about 2-3 inches off of the pedestal.
What does the object look like?
Like a ball of light.
Ball of light? Okay.
Probably about this big.
Cool.
Softball sized.
I'm gonna reach for
As
it.
it
Oh, I knew
pulses
he was
it.
gonna. Here we go, boys.
Just a finger. Just
Don't touch.
like get closer.
Look,
Get
look,
closer.
look, look,
Don't
son.
have any
You're not
Son.
there.
bad feeling
Shut up.
or anything. It doesn't
I played this game.
hurt.
It's never just a
as it
finger.
does one of its pulses, the light actually comes out to touch your finger, and you feel just kind of a static charge of, ooh. And like, oh yeah, that's right to be there. It's fine, but probably shouldn't touch it.
The light wants to touch you.
Cyril, come here and touch this.
No! No!
Why, Several, you're
I
sounding
may-
an awful lot like Sunshine
I
today.
may look like I was born yesterday, but that in fact is not the truth.
I'm saying no for him.
Look, I'm not even there. No.
Protective mom.
If anyone's going to touch it, it's me.
Oh,
No, stop fucking touching things, Esteban.
He just runs in the door and grabs it, puts it in his mouth.
Impulse control. He has none.
That's why all that shit exists at the grocery store. You're the reason.
Esteban's a
You
fucking
were
toddler.
off.
Basically.
The grapes are not actually
Your
free.
Nayla, did you follow them into this room? It's nice and warm and inviting.
I did, and I'm wondering why I slept the F outside when then it's just warmth and couches on the inside.
Right?
She's been
So-
played, folks.
Avery, with your natural 20, you
Got a blanket.
absolutely know that you could take any one of these portals and end up being able to find another icon. But you do know that there's one particularly that is closer to than any other, because your sense is just honed right in on it, and it is over on Mulgra's side. But
It's
you're not
underneath
sure where it's going to take you, but you know that there's a portal right over there. There's another icon very close to once you use that portal and that entrance into the root nexus. And sitting there meditating, you still kind of had to open an eye, and you're watching everybody kind of moving around, and they all end up heading around to the left side of Larathel. So after you come out of your meditation and you see Esteban walking back up toward Larathel.
With haste.
Yeah, probably with haste. I don't know. Him and Howard's waddling along, and
Looks like he's seen some shit.
they get close, and he's like, "Hey, it does." Do you guys head around to the left side of Larathel as well to go find your companions?
Yeah, I'll go over there
Yes.
to see
Okay.
what they found while I was trying to find a way to the next icon.
Okay. You guys find the doorway, and Azara's come up and is kind of leaning against you, Avery. She's been missing you.
I kind of pet her.
You guys find the door, and she'll sit outside and watch as you guys go in. You find this nice, comfortable room, and you walk in just in time to hear Sunshine go, "No! No!" And Sibrel telling Chevy that may look like it. He was not born yesterday.
I don't know what I just walked into, but
It's a tree.
yeah, I wouldn't know that at all as a nature person that comes from the high forest. I don't know what a tree is. That's weird. Do you know what a tree is? I really
Did you
don't
have some
know.
herbal remedy?
Yeah.
Is that why it's the high forest?
These guys are snarky tonight.
I
you hear
mean,
this?
I may have taken an extra minute or two out there meditating, possibly, but
I'm so sorry. When I wake up, I'm not
Ready to
always
say.
my best version.
you should see him when he wakes up.
You know, ironically, it looks exactly like when I go to sleep.
Well, no shit. I'm glad that you know that. Good for you.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn. I mean, there was like this retort, and she's like, "Yeah, we know." And I'm like, "Damn. Do you need some salve for that burn?"
Oh, I'm good.
No, we need something that would actually make the burn hurt more, because wouldn't that heal you
No.
rather than something that actually heals?
Look, here, use this razor blade. It'll be better for you.
Yeah. A lot of small cuts.
Yeah.
Congratulations, all of you.
And salt. Sorry. Oh, shit.
You guys all kind of turn
Is
toward
it,
the
is it
voice.
the omnipresent voice?
It sounded like it, but it was definitely in your ears and in the room. And there's a woman with brilliant green hair, comes down all the way past her knees, has multicolored flowers woven in it. Her skin's a very light tan color, almost matches the interior of this room and the wood that you stand on. And she stands there in a flowing gown, it seems, of leaves and twigs.
Knowledge, religion.
Who is this?
Nature?
Nature, religion, bardic,
Either one.
all of them. Yeah, nature.
You can.
I'll go ahead and roll you an intimidation. That's like, one of my 3 skills.
25.
Actually, religion and nature are the same, so it doesn't matter. Whichever one sounds fun. That's a pretty good number. 29.
Real good.
29. This is the humanoid aspect of Larathel. 25, you will get the same.
This is... I'd say that.
Are you introducing her?
This is Larathel.
Yeah, no, effectively an avatar of the deity.
Of the tree.
Yeah.
So what is this? What's going on here? What's this, and what the hell is in that tree over there?
This isn't part of your path. This
The
is
knowledge
merely,
isn't part of my path?
This is merely your own curiosity.
That is correct, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Do we not get to understand?
Why do you need to?
Would it not make us... don't they say knowledge is power? Would it not make us better if we know the things that are going on?
Sometimes
Perhaps.
ignorance is bliss.
But if you are specifically asking what this is, and she puts her hands around but doesn't touch it, the pulse, this is the heart of Alma.
I'm confused. Didn't you say this needed to be in balance? Right?
I was guessing. I'm guessing.
You can't... You are the direct authority on these things. You can't just willy-nilly guess.
Have you ever met a bard?
You don't guess. You just make shit up because it sounds cool. I know that about you.
I make shit up because it's true.
That's it. Did you just hear yourself?
The trees are of balance, so I figure
It's
whatever's going on over
complicated.
there is in balance somehow over here. I don't know how it works, okay? That's why we're asking her.
Because Amma was the one that came and
Yes.
saw you, right? And
Yes.
Amma was the little guy's
Yeah,
deity.
yeah. She's, neither.
Use your words.
I did. She's neither good or evil.
Oh, there you go.
She's one of the greater 7
I don't like any of this.
under the supreme neutral.
Right.
Here's the thing. You all passed, barely. And you have what you came for.
Now get up.
GTFO.
This is not part of your path.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we
And
follow
it
this?
would take a lot longer to explain what you see here than most of your lifetimes.
Okay, that's
One-
fair. But I want to know more about this at some point, because it'd be one hell of a story.
One simple question. A yes or a no. Is this right?
I'm not sure I can give you an exact. As you're thinking one thing, and
Is it balanced?
you don't know what is going on or what this is.
Correct.
So,
Is it balanced?
is what balanced?
Whatever the fuck's going on here.
Balance is strived for, rarely ever is it achieved. The world tilts in multiple ways. The answer to that question could be yes, And a second later, it could be no.
Okay, right now, to satisfy my curiosity.
Yes.
Fantastic. Goodbye. Which way are we going, kids?
We need to go back to the other side.
It's like the law. It depends. Which, really sucks whenever you need a yes or no yes.
Okay, well, there's a lot of doors out of here. Which one are we going to take? Because there's tons, and it's on both sides. Let's
We
go.
need to go to the other side.
Is that because you have some...
Compass, yeah.
Okay, let's go.
She's just guessing.
No.
You shut the fuck up.
The plot says go that way.
What if this whole time Avery was just guessing?
I mean-
and we just happened to find.
Oh yeah, I'm bullshitting this whole time. Like, you
No,
pulling me up
I-
like a compass.
I
and I'm
thought
like,
Sunshine was telling us the truth with her authority on religion, and apparently I'm finding out everything she's told me is she's just guessing.
This is not religion. There's nothing being worshipped here.
I don't know if you... Okay. I may be dumb and a simple man, but that is a heart of a deity, and you're trying to explain to me that is not religious.
now hold on. Did you just say that you're dumb?
Yes.
Can you say that again?
No, not to you.
He also said simple.
And a man.
I'm definitely simple. That's easy.
Look, he's none of those things. Look, dumb, simple, or man. He's elf. He's complicated as fuck. And he's not dumb.
My skills say otherwise.
Ish.
No.
But
You're just really, really good at one thing.
Yeah.
but you won't say that he's smart. I
Yeah.
love that.
I'm
I
a hyper-focused...
noticed that.
I'm a hyper-focused unicorn. Okay, here we go.
Look,
Kinda
don't
somebody else
do
earlier.
not bring me into this.
Wow, we got a giggle out of Jinx over there on that one.
So, what you do in your free time is your business.
I don't know if you know this or not, but you sleep in the same cabin that she makes. Anyway, so
Shut the fuck up.
I am. There's no way that this doesn't have anything to do with religion, considering what's hanging in that tree and what's floating in this tree.
The objects themselves are part of religion, but what is going on here is not.
Yeah, you couldn't sell that to me if you were fucking trying to give me my wife back.
I could.
Marriage argument.
There's just no way.
I think she could give you a wife.
The words were my wife back. Anyway,
She could be yours.
there's just no way you could convince me of that. Like, just because I have...
This is happening as you guys
Yeah,
are walking.
100%.
Please.
Just because I have a symbol of a Cruella Vein
Where are we going, Avery?
hanging in my home, and it's
We're
there.
gonna go to the tree on the
Yeah,
other
I
side.
went there.
Oh,
I have-
they're talking and walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a symbol of
you're
Cruella Vein
definitely
hanging in
one
my
of the
home.
Point us
That
to the door.
thing
Let's
is
get out of here.
religious.
Okay.
This
so
is obviously
I
a
left the
symbol.
compass
That is obviously a symbol.
direct
Do
me
you
to
see
the
how religion
specific
works?
door.
You don't get to
Why are
stand in
we
front of the deity and
yelling?
say, "Hi, I worship you." Okay, we can go through here if you want.
Can you shut the fuck up for 5 minutes?
Now you know how I feel.
This is no wonder people can't sleep in the freaking cabin because they
I
hear
sleep
you
just fine.
arguing.
Yeah, you sleep.
Don't argue.
We don't argue.
Look, I would say get the
What
room.
the
That's actually true. Just as a matter of note, Sunshine said nothing. She simply got yelled at.
Okay, we can't sleep because you're always ranting to somebody about some stupid shit that.
He
Yeah.
did not give her opportunity
Okay,
to respond.
It's simple and pure.
You guys
I
come,
don't know what the fuck's going on.
as she's leading you guys come around. It takes a little bit. But you guys come around Mulgreth. And you find in the base of the tree another opening. Almost looks like the one with the torture room.
I don't trust
Dark
that door.
within.
I hope this isn't another one.
Look,
We haven't even told you what was in here.
I know it's in there.
No, but if that one was warm and cozy, then something's sketchy about this.
It makes your pucker.
As sunshine gets closer, though, her light spills on it, and you can see just interior of the tree, it seems like. But you definitely feel it's through here.
Is this the door?
Yeah, and this is the closest one to the next icon, so
Door.
Fuck.
I walk through.
All right.
Door. I walk
Several
past
walks
it.
through.
or on behind him.
You walk in right on his heels.
Following.
All right.
And then we all look like idiots
So
walking around.
as they each walk in, so when Sunshine steps through, it becomes even more obvious because it was dark before. Several steps in and disappears into the darkness. Sunshine disappears in, and it's completely gone after a foot in the door. So it's definitely a portal that they've stepped through. So you guys all go through one by one and find yourselves within a tunnel of roots and grass and dirt, similar to where you dealt with the worm and where you traversed for a day and a half.
Nope.
Can we keep moving?
Fuck that worm.
And you
No.
guys continue to travel until it becomes time to need a little bit of rest. Would you like to try to press on, or would you like to rest?
If we're exhausted and something jumps out of us like a worm, we're not going to be able to take it.
No, I'm gonna die a lot.
Just stay out of the inside of it. Stop putting yourself in things. And, there will be less dying.
Look,
So
look, I
so sad.
I was the victim. It was non-consensual inning.
You were swallowed. Got
Yes.
it.
Yeah, I didn't ask. I didn't even know what its gender was. It doesn't matter, but it didn't ask. It's just like,
say I did.
you look, nom nom. I'm like, no.
Consent is cool, okay?
Yes.
Yes.
So, Kevin?
Sure.
I thought
I'll-
you said
I'll-
Kevin. I'm like, who is Kevin?
Kevin, I'll
There's
take
still a
first.
duck
I'll
with
take
us?
first watch.
Kevin is the
Who's
name of the
taking this
cabin.
first watch with several? Was it? Did I hear somebody else say they were taking?
I will. Is there
Okay.
still a duck with us?
Yeah, he's still
We still got a duck.
he's still
No
waddling along.
one has explained this duck to me yet. I've been asking.
There's no explanation for the duck.
Okay.
We picked him up on Incanati's Day when all the shit goes sideways. He just appeared. He knew Esteban, which was a fuck up all in itself, and he's been following kind of at a distance for a long time, in and out of us seeing him and not seeing him.
So, just so you know, Chevy, it's kind of common knowledge to anybody who lives in Iota Dree. Incanati's Day is the celebration of the beginning of the year, the new year. And Incanati's Day is kind of a festival of silly things. People might even make their own thread mazes or, play games and such. It's all to kind of give you focus on the path that you take. Considering Incanati is supposed to be the god of time and can see the threads of your fate.
We got drunk.
However, there's a lot of drinking and debauchery and craziness that happens on Incanati's Day. However, it's also said that Incanati can visit those on his day, and saying his name definitely can get his attention. They seem to have picked up this duck during some kind of crazy
Do you think I'm afraid of that guy?
celebration.
So this is an STD, a socially transmitted duck.
He defies logic and physics and every other thing.
Did you say socially transmitted?
Yes, he
I love it.
Socially transmitted duck.
That's going on a shirt. Socially transmitted duck.
Oh, God, somebody
You're
write that
welcome,
down.
Evil. He had to put his cup down.
Oh boy.
Which our
Yes,
Howard figure does have
Sorry.
his own cup here. Let's see. If I put him
He's so
here, can we
cute.
see
I
him? If
love
you
him.
give me a camera, can we see him? There's Howard.
How about we sit down, have
There's
some
Howard by
food,
Esteban.
and we talk about the trauma that we all went through.
Yes, he's a commissar.
Oh yes.
Sure.
Commissar duck.
So
Look,
you
I
get
see
the
that.
cabin.
Yeah.
Cyril's keeping watch.
Doors open.
Chevy's keeping watch. I need perception from you two.
$26.
27.
All right. So you guys can hear conversations inside.
Oh, the door's open, and
yeah.
we're including them.
Oh yeah, well with
Yeah.
26 and 27, they can keep watch and they can still hear
Yes.
you guys.
So what?
The displacer babies are on one side or the other of the house. Not inside of it. They will not fit.
I need a bigger room.
you need your own room.
Since you
I do.
woke up, El Gato has not left your side. It's almost as if he seems like something of him has to be touching you at all times.
Zila
Just like a cat.
Yeah. I have one like that.
I mean, Zila's there
for
too,
Zila.
but they're both kind of following along with you, Nayla. But it seems like he feels the need to keep something, whether it's one of those weird tentacles he's got, or he has his head leaning on you, or
So he's like, if I'm
walking
inside, he's
with you.
reaching through the window.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm paying attention to Zila, so yeah.
So
I
yeah.
think Chevy and I are probably sitting with our backs to the doors between us, and we're sitting with our backs so we can hear the conversation that's happening inside.
All right.
So what did you guys go through? Oh wait, Chevy.
Are you shouting out to
Yes.
the door?
I'm not shouting. The door's open.
Oh.
It's a small room, dear.
This isn't a mansion, okay?
Yes. Or else we'd have our own rooms.
Well, let's see. What did we go through? We fought a werewolf who was also a wood elf. He tried to run away, and
He was asking for mercy for us to kill him, end his life because this curse is too much.
yeah,
That sounds
Was his
familiar.
name Esteban?
no.
Ah, yes.
What
Yes,
did
I
you
went
say?
there.
I didn't say anything, and then
Nope.
you're attacking me.
And then the second thing we ran into was the flowers last. We did the bridge.
What the bridge was
We had to walk across the bridge, and I saw my daughter, but it was just an illusion.
I saw my home on fire. Also an illusion. Azara saw
Zara
something.
very, very, very obviously drops her head onto your lap. Avery and leans in, has this look of, I need pets.
And I give her the pets.
I don't feel good talking about this type of look.
I give her the
Something
pets.
catch on fire too.
She's just kind of laying there.
She saw something,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It scared her for sure. Then we had the plant.
Yep. There was a village and a single vine with
Flower.
a flower on it, and the flower had the ability to bring back the crops in the field, but it was the last flower of its kind. So the choice was to pluck the flower and save the field for the village, or potentially let the village die so that the
Nurture the sapling.
nurture the sapling, nurture the flower. And Azara actually,
Huge help here.
She perks up,
she
looks proud of herself
dug
there.
into the ground and actually found that there were some live roots. The field had been burned at one time, and from the ashes, apparently there was something growing underneath. So,
Okay.
Like rooted plants.
yeah.
Like
So Several and I decided to leave it alone, let the plant thrive, and decided that the village would survive as well with the plants that were going to hopefully eventually regrow here without the help of the flower.
That's what we decided to.
Yeah, we had that part. At the end.
This was a little different. You had a sapling or a vine with a fruit on it.
We had fruit that would feed the village.
And then we ended up at the bridge where Several and I argued for a bit about which
Pulling the
side to
levers?
pull, and I tried to
we did
use
that
my
too.
telekinetic hand. It didn't work very well. We decided to pull our levers simultaneously. We went across, and then as soon as we did that, you all appeared.
Well,
Funny story.
we started at a forest with a leshy child.
And a rage bush.
Yeah, a blight. It was a blight.
Rage bush.
My favorite band.
This sounds like a woman you might have dated.
We had to
It's like
fight
a lot of
this
them,
blighted
I have a type.
creature to save the Leshy child.
And then we fought ourselves, essentially, the reflections of ourselves.
They fought themselves because they didn't understand the assignment.
No,
Okay, we could have left that part out so we didn't look dumb.
look, I
No.
understood the
Did you just say
assignment.
you were dumb?
I said look dumb. You're the one that said that you were dumb, okay?
That's what I thought
There's
you
a
said.
difference.
I thought you said you looked dumb.
I was like, I didn't want to tell everyone my things, and then it's like, fuck you, and it's like stabby fireball thing of
Fuck out of
doom.
these guys.
It hurt a lot.
They're probably still injured. At least he is.
A little bit.
They both took the same exact amount of damage.
It
was a
seduced,
lot.
her a little bit. She's like, hey, what's up? And it's like, hey, I am Mr. Bonsano de la Vega. And she's like, hey.
Yeah.
As a distraction, it worked.
She
And,
flirted with his younger version.
you
I
know,
mean, I didn't want to hurt him, even if it's not him, it's his younger self. Like, what do? You use his weakness. So I just sat there and I was like,
what, being warm is my weakness?
Yes. So basically, he had to tell.
Talk to the microphone, not to the space between it.
Shut the fuck up, Esteban.
No, good, I can hear you now.
You can hear me anyways. Just open your ears. He had to admit that his failings. We all had to admit our failings. Or what we see as our failings.
And the hush falls over the crowd.
Several their paths sounded easier. This is bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
It wasn't easier.
I got pretty hurt. Yeah, and Ayla, how was your
Well,
nap over there?
I mean,
we all
we had
suffered.
we had the vine and the sapling, but it was a fruit. We chose the sapling. And then we argued a little bit over the bridge, and I pulled the Mulgreth lever, and then we crossed and pulled the other lever.
And there you were.
It's interesting.
And now you're all caught up.
It's interesting that yours was like the choice of life for the same entity, right? So you were choosing the fruit to give to the village, right? But then there would be no more.
The tree would die.
Yeah, the what?
The sapling would die.
Right, which means there would be no more food for the rest of the village in its
Later on.
existence, right? So your trial was feed now and starve later versus starve now and have food later, and it was interesting. It's interesting because ours was very similar, but ours was very much like we're saving this thing to be in existence, or we're saving the village.
Yeah.
And it was it's just interesting that it wasn't quite the same because
Yeah.
ours was you had an entity you're saving here or an entity you're saving there. It was, interesting.
It was like the greater good. It's almost the same, but it's one thing or the other.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But enough of a difference that the
You
answer.
notice that that El Gato is petting your Nayla through the window. Like I said, he's not left her alone, but he's petting her. He's petting your arm.
with his tentacle.
Did anything happen to you while you were asleep?
I had a dream. Probably the weirdest dream I've ever had in my life. All of the sudden, like a city appeared at the end of the meadow. Just like rolled out a red carpet kind of thing. And you all were in there, which you were in my dream. So let's not unpack that.
No, rewind. Because we had to unpack all of our issues.
I mean, not necessarily.
You dropped this.
Anyway,
Okay, some of us
I'm
did.
interested. Go ahead.
So we get to the city, and everybody in the city knew me as Ornella, but they claimed to have known me forever. Like, they were welcoming me back to the city. They had missed me. It was very confusing because that is not how I left the city. Certainly nobody was sad to see me go. But then, like, Avery found a bakery, and so she ate a lot of bread.
That maps
Sad
out.
battery.
Yeah.
that tracks.
Yeah. This one was like uber flirty. It was really disgusting.
That tracks.
That definitely
But flirty
tracks.
with me,
that maps
not
out.
like flirty around, like flirty with me.
What the fuck is wrong with me?
Seriously.
It's not you, it's her.
Look, no one has ever said that.
So it's always
Anyone
you.
who does say that is
Yep.
fucking lying.
My dad was there.
Oh.
And then I tried to go see my mom, but as soon as I got to where my mom was, like, the whole city turned into dust, and a horde of goblins attacked.
That sounds like not a dream. It sounds like a nightmare.
It was something.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I
part of
fell
it.
asleep with El Gato and Zila beside me, and in the dream they were like so little I only needed one hand to hold them.
Aw.
They were
Like,
beating.
But
They were like
little babies, like when we
little
found
babies.
them. Just like when we found them.
you said
Worst
you,
day of my life.
you saw your dad.
Sorry.
So you actually you remember some things.
He
Huh?
So I got the same feeling about that guy that I got when I was holding El Gato. Like a calm, peaceful,
Parental.
yeah. And so then when I addressed him as dad, he replied in the affirmative. But it was a little weird because I'm a goblin and he was a halfling. So I was a little confused by that. So maybe I was adopted. I don't know.
I adopted a human boy, ish.
Is that what you're calling several now?
No, I had a brother.
It's okay. I'm sorry.
So you
I
think this
shouldn't make-
dream was maybe like a repressed memory or something?
Maybe. But again, like everybody was thrilled to see me.
I mean, we're thrilled
And
to see you.
I know that. Thank you.
Yes, we like you.
But of the things that I think I remember, nobody was sad to see me go. Not even my parents. And then I woke up because everyone was yelling.
By everyone, do you mean several?
No,
Esteban.
it was Esteban. Actually.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember.
It was definitely Esteban.
I mean this from the bottom of my heart, but you are not my type.
I appreciate that.
It's not you.
It is me, but
It's
that's
you.
okay. I am an acquired taste.
I didn't know Esteban had a type.
So you guys
I'm part of the
continue to kind
party.
of chat and talk to each other and
Eat.
share maybe a little more here and there about your experience. But
Oh, I forgot.
eating, go ahead.
One of the other major things of my dream was that there was like waves of goblins attacking us. And then at the end of the dream, like all of the goblins formed a really big monster. And I was like a battle general trying to place people on the field to fight this. And then finally it just went away when I yelled at it.
See, yelling helps.
Yeah, yeah.
Cue Esteban.
Cue both of you. If
Look.
you just sat there and yelled at it,
That's how we
it
do
would
it.
go away.
Things.
Yep.
We'll see. She yelled at it and then woke up to yelling.
Yelling, yeah.
All right.
That's weird.
So we're going to pause there, guys.
Boo.
We're going to hold off as we go into the second watch, and you guys will continue on next week. Because we have reached the end of our time tonight, guys.
This is bullshit.
I hope you guys have all enjoyed. They have another icon, and we'll see what they're going toward next week. See if they can even figure it out. We'll see if she gets another natural 20.
Make sure you turn into Barnabas Brushes tomorrow.
Absolutely.
20 on that
Barnabas
attunement.
brushes tomorrow.
Critical knowledge on Friday.
Working on it, yes.
Working on it.
And I should be probably streaming 7 days on Thursday.
All
And a
right.
reminder, next Monday we will not be streaming Bloodlords.
Correct.
But we will be here Tuesday.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys again Tuesday.
It's a holiday.
And now we need to deal with us being hangry.
Goodbye, everybody.
So I'm definitely there. Goodbye. Bye.
So, Sunshine,
Starving.
Why?
what did you see as your failure?